No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. And today we're bringing y'all something very, very important and special on behalf of Texas, Los Angeles, and the whole Hoover community. OG Kunta is in the building.
What's good? What's good, man? It's great to be in the building, my guy.
I'm happy to be here, man. This is going to be a good one. We got a lot of history to go through and much more.
Right.
And introduce us to your partner here, too.
Okay, well, you already know, man. It's one of the hardest working dudes in Texas, man, period. I'm talking about jack of all trades, master of none. I mean, this CEO Hockley himself, Mr. CEO Hockley, a good brother, man, powerful brother, got some initiative in the community, you know what I'm saying, showing philanthropy, just basically showing entrepreneurship and, financial independence.
Facts.
Facts. No, we're happy to have you here. So, okay, just to get into it, though, tell me a little bit about your upbringing and what life was like before the modern era that we're going to spend a lot of time talking about here.
Okay, well, shit. My life really was simple, man. I grew up in Fort Worth, you know what I'm saying? And Fort Worth, for a long period of time, has been infested with gangs, you know what I'm saying? Me, myself being, a member of the Fort Worth community, I also find myself involved into the gangs, you know what I'm saying? And the politics that was going on. So after 35, 36 years, of my life, being on the streets, not all of it as an active, gang member. Because that's another thing, that I really want to talk about, is about the difference in the politics, because everybody seems to keep making that a problem, and it's really not a problem because politics is different everywhere. We got the United States, but ain't no state got the same laws.
But did you grow up knowing that your community was largely, consistent of Hoover members, or when did that come into focus?
Okay, well, see, Hoover came really kind of like in like 88.
Okay.
88 to Fort Worth.
And were you familiar with like who was kind of spreading that there?
Yeah,
or?
I'm familiar with that, but I ain't gonna drop those names.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do that.
For sure.
Yeah, but I'm familiar with those people. They were with them. A couple of those brothers are still alive to this day. Okay. And a couple of them are not.
Before that, was it all sort of local gangs, not LA names?
It was really more like a posse thing. You know what I'm saying?
Cliques.
You had neighborhoods, you know what I'm saying, and everybody was kind of like a neighborhood posse. Okay. And then the Crips and the Bloods came, and everybody chose a side. Pretty much.
For sure.
But see, where our politics differ from here is that we never had generational beef in Texas. See, we never had that. See, a lot of people, they try to say, well, why is Texas not beefing like California? Because there's no generational beef in Texas.
Right.
There is in California. You know what I'm saying? And there's no disrespect to that, because I understand, people are where they come from. And they, some people are trapped in that type of thought.
Right.
But see, what freed us from it was that we began to get locked up. Like me and this brother, we did time together. Okay. Me and this brother here, we did time together. You know what I'm saying? Now me and him, we the same thing. But as you can see, we not.
Okay. Right?
Yeah, we not the same thing.
Yeah.
So how can I see that though?
Yeah, because I'm a media personality.
Oh, okay.
Right? Yeah. And he isn't.
Got it. That's the best way to say it.
For sure. But that wasn't an option during your youth.
Right. No.
Being a media personality was a lot more different.
Yeah, it was a lot more different.
You got to get an internship at the local TV station or something.
You finna go down through that. You got to be live on the scene.
Can we get the AC on thing right there? We gotta remember to do that. I keep telling them to do it and they don't do it. But okay, so but growing up though, would you say, because like I assume you saw this vlog that I did with Yayo when I was out there.
Yeah.
And he was telling me that Fort Worth is an absolutely vicious place.
It truly
Murder
is. Murder Worth.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
And was it always like that? Like even when you were a kid, would it always kind of have that reputation?
Absolutely. I'm gonna say this 100%. Since I was a child, my forefathers were gangsters. They just were not gang members.
Okay.
You see. Now remember, just because you a gangster don't mean you have to be necessarily a gang member. You got a lot of dudes that are gangsters and they ain't got nothing to do with gangs, but that's more of the older first generation of the brothers out here. Because, when you look back into history, you see the mob. The mob had a lot of effect, and a lot of influence on the way black people was moving for a period of time. And then the gangs got the influence of the youth, the black youth. And then that's kind of where everything kind of went amok, you know.
For sure. What was the music that was the soundtrack to your childhood and everything? I'm just interested.
Shit, Menace to Society.
Okay.
No lie. Menace to Society. I mean, I was in the streets since I was like 12, 11 years old.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I done did everything, rob, steal, you name it. You know what I'm saying? No teardrops, but it's definitely some tears to go on there. You hit me, real life.
Uh-huh.
Because, my neighborhood, my city, we was, it was, the gang banging culture is very serious there, Now, as it is now, things have become a lot more about respect, and it's done mild a lot of the stuff down, know. But back in the early 90s, it was kill or be killed.
Right. 100%.
I mean, wherever corner you went and you didn't have on the right color, somebody popped at your head.
Yeah. Do you think that when all this gang stuff came to Texas that it made it a lot worse overall, a lot more dangerous?
Well, in the sense of black on black crime, yes.
Violence.
Yeah, of course it did. And this is where, Texas kind of like stood up and did something different, you see. Because see, if you notice in Texas has got, we got all kinds of Crips and we all on the same page. When you go into Texas is like the Mecca or the Medina of Crippin'. You know what I'm saying? See, this is Mecca right here. We in Mecca right now 100% because this is the pilgrimage. This is where the Crippin' and Bloodin' had its authenticity at right here.
Right.
Okay, but when you come to Texas, you get a different experience because no one's beefing there. The Hoovers are not hated all over the state of Texas, number one. And then the Hoovers and the 6-0s ain't beefing.
Right.
The Hoovers in the neighborhoods ain't beefing. The Hoovers in the 30s, the Hoovers in anybody that's cripping in Texas, the beef stops at the line, at the county line. I mean, at the
state line.
The state line.
Yeah.
It stops. Most of the guys that come from here and go down there, they see that immediately.
Yeah.
But then what my problem is why have none of these brothers gotten up and stopped the madness? Because see, I'm on this side of the fence. And I was the brother that was trying to make sure that there was never going to be a HCG and GC war because that's number one, black on black crime. You know what I'm saying? And then number two, the dude that was doing it, you know what I'm saying, Scumby, Scumby, and I'm calling him that, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, we're going to have a hard time avoiding getting into all that.
Yeah, well, he going to get mad at me, but I don't care because he kind of like brought this to where it's at now.
Brought it to the internet.
He brought it to the internet. I didn't bring no beef with no California. I ain't never got no beef with no California, nothing. So when I got on the internet, it was never about beefing. It was about setting the record straight. Hoover is Hoover, no matter where you at. Because see, if we get into it with anybody, they're not gonna say, "Oh, check and see if he a HCG or GC."
Right.
So that we got to start making it make sense.
When did you? Okay, so for the people out there, I just want to spell it out so they understand. Is that basically at a certain point, however many years ago, the Hoovers in LA decided this, we ain't Crips anymore, we're criminals, and they stopped saying Hoover Gangster Crip, and it turns into Hoover Criminal Gang, right? HCG?
No, it's and then I really don't, I'm not one of these guys that want to put no Crip information over the internet.
Right.
But I will say this, it wasn't like that. It's where it's been periods and times where Hoover has turned its face in a different direction.
Okay.
Because see, Hoover at one point, and it still is to this day, it associates with Crip.
Right.
Five Deuce, my said, associates with the whole Crip car.
And the Five Deuces in LA are still the only set of Hoovers that still claim to be Crips. They're the one holdout.
No, I think 107 still is. There's a lot of sets that are Hoover that still are down with the Crips. You know what I'm saying? And if you can believe it or not, a lot of the other sets are considering coming back to the Crip car.
Really?
Because really, that's really what sense do it make for us to be divided? And this is the message, because they, it was, with all the nonsense and all the stuff that went on between me and Gumby back and forth on it, it was really more so content. But the playing field got corrupt, when people started throwing, slurs, because he went as far as to say Fort Worth. Scumby said that.
Right.
That's not
and
good.
that was a low blow because Fort Worth didn't do nothing to Scumby. Nobody in Fort Worth had a problem with him. He had a problem with us. See?
Because they did a Real Tune interview where him and a bunch of his homies.
Don't speak that man.
Real Tuna.
Okay.
Yeah. You got,
his name is Real Tuna.
You got
Lord.
rules in here because in Texas we have fake media, not fake gangs.
Okay.
So some of the media is fake.
Yeah, the gangs ain't fake.
They
the
consider
media
themselves journalists, but they really just bullshit artists.
Slime balls.
Yeah. So Real Tuna had him say some disparaging things. But he started here with you, Adam. You platformed him. You don't remember?
Who?
Gumby.
Oh yeah, but I didn't have Gumby on the podcast until after I saw that interview because he talked shit about me in that interview, and that made me reach out to him and say, "Hey, let's talk about this. Let's do a podcast. Let's get to it."
But I'm saying he came because he said you was platforming other members and not his community.
Oh well, he was saying that I was. He called it neighborhood jumper and said that I was basically doing too much with the neighborhood Crips.
And so you put him on, and he in jail.
Okay, but from what I'm hearing, he's in jail for aggravated stalking of like allegedly he has an issue with his girl.
Right. No,
I don't really see how the podcast relates to that.
You put the spotlight on him being a target because he asked to come up here and say he wanted to put the Hoovers on the internet.
Remember?
But to be fair, we didn't really do a lot of, I've had Hoovers on the podcast over the years, but we didn't, Gumby only came on, I think, 3 times total. And he didn't bring he brought Poke on.
He brought Poke, but he said that's why he was here.
Yeah.
He said with Trey and them, they wasn't the real. He came to establish that no jumper.
He thought when I had a fallout with T-Rail and them that basically I had a vendetta against the Hoovers, which personally, I never even viewed T-Rail as like an actual Hoover.
Shout out to T-Rail.
He's from that area. But I never,
come on. Shout out to T-Rail, man. I fuck with back on Fig.
Do you got to get put on to be a Hoover?
You better believe it.
Well, T-Rail's out then.
What? See that? Not Adam.
No.
It's just real journalism work.
It's several ways that you could be put on because you could be born into it by your people. Your people.
Oh, so you think he's paying?
No, I don't think he's paying.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying, but it's that real journalism work. Where's you coming in? Because you wasn't there in the 80s or the 90s.
I asked around.
Oh, you asked. So journalism work.
Asking around is how valuable is those sources.
So you started shit.
Oh, my sources are vetted.
Oh, they vetted.
Oh, big vetted.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you let Gumby come. Gumby goal was to put his flag on the internet for the Hoovers, and the flag that he wanted to plant was right here at No Jumper, and now he in jail.
And the last year or two has been filled with a lot of Hoover politicking on the internet, which they didn't really have a lot of that prior to like the last year. It kind of felt like they were like the last gang from LA that didn't really have a lot of that shit out there.
Don't want to be still to this day.
He shouldn't be out there.
Yeah.
But he came and you let him on for the community. Remember? You helped out.
But to be fair, then he immediately kind of started doing it himself. He started doing all this stuff with Unk. He started,
we ain't being fair, Adam. You paid, Adam. Once you pay the money, the machine can't stop. It got to keep going.
I might have gave him some gas money, I helped him.
You know, once you open the stove don't close.
Yeah, you done started it.
You open the stove.
I feel it. But I mean, I do feel like Gumby has star power. He's somebody that the people want to hear from.
Right.
And
if he change his message and narrative, you know what I'm saying? Because see, the narrative that Gumby is painting is the reason why he's in the position he in. See?
But do you really think that? Like, if he was,
no, come on, man.
He was mad at his girl, so he was lurking out her crib. That's what I'm imagining in my head. I don't know if that's actually what happened.
You're a journalist. Hold on. You're a journalist. What happened? You tell us from your journalism work of the Gumby case.
From what we saw in the arrest report, it said he was arrested for aggravated stalking. So he's I don't know, probably blicked up sitting outside his girl's house in a car or something.
Right.
Here we go.
I don't know how aggravated he got.
Okay.
And I hope he wasn't doing no tweaker shit.
I'm going to ask you that. How do you aggravate stalking? I'm just asking. Because
you got probably just mad as
you got simple robbery.
He was aggravated.
And then that's that Gumby look right now. That's that Gumby look.
I'm saying you got simple robbery, then you got aggravated robbery.
I don't know. I would love to know. He was probably sitting out there with a 2-foot-long blunt.
Come on, cuz. No, let's not kill him now.
Let's not kill him dead.
I fuck with him. I don't want to.
Let's not kill him.
But we got to give him a little bit of
Gumby, you need to get your ass back to the house, man.
You paid him. He's been on the show 3 times. Now, why nobody bonds him out?
Straight up.
I'm asking.
Does he have a bond? I don't know.
I mean, I'm more sure he do got a bond.
Yeah, I mean, somebody ought to bail him out. I don't know.
But what about you?
You the one say he got star power.
Yeah.
I mean,
no.
I don't know. How much is it?
It's 7,500. 3 interviews.
Shit.
Yeah, it's like 4 interviews. Okay, let's think about the first interview you're going to get.
Steep price.
I just saw a Crip Mac interview.
Yeah.
Kind of popped the roof.
That was pretty good.
Pretty good. So you don't think
Gumby probably in there mad as hell. About to break out. Just to respond.
But I'm saying he got something to compete with. Adam.
Yeah.
So hey man, you might be able to
7,500 is crazy. I don't know what they're paying out there in Texas. I don't know what real tune paying.
Tuna. You talking about
Tuna.
Oh, he say no money in the room.
No money in
He
the room.
specifically said he had no money for it.
So you ask him what he paying. What can you pay when there's no money in the room?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, real tune. Some real money in the room.
No money.
Yeah, no money. No money is present.
Scumbag.
Yeah. No
Wait,
money
so
is
what?
present.
Where did things go left with him? What's your issue with him?
Man, let me tell you about this scumbag ass dude.
I would love to know. Yeah.
Okay, now first of all, he is like a old sore that never healed.
Ooh, that's a metaphor.
Yeah. He just been corrupt from the very beginning, and there was never really gonna ever be any healing going on in the first place. He came in a sense of commiseration. You know what the commiserate means, right?
To like be depressed about something and have like
he
a
came
negative
with sad and depressing news, because he came into Fort Worth, you know.
So he's not from Fort Worth?
No,
Okay.
man, this fool tried to copyright the name Fort Murder Worth, man. This dude is that obsessed with Fort Worth. He came over there filming the culture of the city, right? But he exploited it. You know, not only did he exploit it, but he got people done lost their lives behind the stuff that he was promoting.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Just do some homework on that.
Oh,
and
wow.
then, that dude a K2 head. You know what I'm saying?
He smokes K2?
Yeah, he's a K2
That's what tune stands for.
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah.
No, you
K2
laughing.
head.
Look, you
What the
laughing.
Real
That's
tune.
what I'm saying.
Ain't no money in the room.
It's real.
Tune.
Real
Yeah.
The only
Tune.
people I ever heard of smoking K2 is either like homeless people or dudes in prison.
No, so
Guess
people
what?
saying in the early 2010s and 12s, it became a fad on the street because it
did.
became disrespected.
In Texas.
And
Wow.
so in that time, he was a teenager, adolescent, and he caught hold to the popular wave.
'Cause he
So
was
once he
drunk.
has a few episodes that led him to jail, he stopped doing it, but he named his new media platform Real K2 TV.
What the?
Yeah.
That's insane.
That is?
That's a
I mean,
metaphor.
I
though.
never heard anybody being proud of smoking K2 like that.
Yeah.
Usually they do it in jail and then they get
Like-
out and they try to act like they
Yeah,
didn't.
like imagine you saying Real Dope Fiend TV.
Yo, that's
You
crazy.
understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like
But so you think that he actually like came to Fort Worth and basically involved himself in interviewing as many Hoovers as possible in order to kind of
No,
stir up shit?
Yes, he did.
No, he did.
And
that
then came to
in Texas.
LA
He
as well.
interviewed
Nah, he
everybody.
did that.
Everybody
Not
in
just
Texas
in Fort
and
Worth. But see, he
everybody.
got sore at Fort Worth because we recognized the pot of bullshit.
Okay.
We smelled the pot of bullshit and dumped it out. So he get mad, and in his sense of being vengeful or a sense of revenge, he started a smear campaign on Fort Worth. You know, like the dirty reporter that finds out that, the president's wife ain't got on no drawers.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? So they finna go in there, he finna go in there and find out, hey man, y'all ain't got on no drawers. You know?
He inspires to be you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't
Pretty
know
much.
how you. Well, where you from? Canada,
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
Right outside Boston.
Yeah, I don't even know where that's at. I
Yeah.
can't
No,
even
that's
spell it.
very few people do, yeah.
You where white people from. So how does a
Essentially.
person like yourself inspire somebody from a plantation town in Texas? I don't know, but he's inspired.
I think everybody want to be a YouTuber these days.
Now this ain't YouTuber.
This
He
Adam
want to be
22.
Adam 22 gang man. He
Really?
wants the gang members.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's not from a hood. He's not involved with that from birth or anything.
Man, this dude
No.
is square as
He's
a
inspired by
pool
you.
table and just as green.
Square as a pool.
You show he ain't from New
Straight
Hampshire?
up.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I might have to look into his
You
paperwork.
might
Yeah.
have to look into it because we think he's from New Hampshire.
Damn.
Straight
All
up.
right. But so, were you even familiar with Gumby before he did the interview with Gumby, or?
No, I
Tell me.
wasn't. I wasn't. See,
I didn't thought they was coming for me.
cause this how it happened, right? When I seen what he did when he went and took the cat solo from Houston all the way, you know what I'm saying, to the land,
Okay.
and they went to politicking about the right and the wrong of Hoover. I got interested then because I felt like that was all misnomer, and that was my first time meeting Gumby then because I reached out to Gumby. I reached out to Gumby through Real Tunes.
Okay.
So me and Gumby, we got a relationship through Real Tunes. But Real Tunes was always trying to be an instigator, he always wanted to play the narrative to make it look like there was a beef that was never even there. See, Gumby was a fool. He was reckless because he let that dude put a key in his back. See, Real Tunes this whole time been putting keys in Gumby's back to keep the gang banging fake war going between the HCGs and the GCs. Especially in Texas, there is no HCG and GC war. That's not happening, you know.
Was there ever a hint of that? And then you that there was politics, people talked about it and got past it?
That's exactly what happened.
Right, and
that's pretty much what happened.
He interviewed people. So in Texas, you have, and this is me just being a historian in this, in prison, our politics is ran pretty much like the state of California, meaning like politics are North and South.
Okay.
You got people from North Cali, you got people from South Cali. They not on the same program. Right. So in our state is ran by North Texas, South Texas.
Okay.
Dallas being the biggest city in the North, Houston being the biggest city in the South.
Got it.
Right. And in between that, you run into the discrepancies of different neighborhoods and sets, right? So you have an HGC and an ACG, right? But then when they merge and get into prison, Texas prison, there's a beef because we from different parts of the state.
Got it.
And then there's a
difference.
A difference there, but after we get past the difference, there's no problem. So there's nobody running on the streets. He from Fort Worth.
Facts.
North Texas. I'm from Galveston, Texas.
South Texas.
Yeah, ground zero for gang activity in South Texas. And we got a relationship.
Fort Worth, but we got a relationship.
Yeah, we got a relationship. So that's really how it worked. And what Real Tuna TV did was exploit the North and South confusion to make it into a war on it. He did what you do, Adam.
I don't do that. But so he made it a conflict within Texas, or like Texas versus LA?
No, he made it within Texas first. And then when it couldn't get as much traction, he took it to LA because he needed people. You know how this works, Adam. You need somebody to be disrespectful. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Any disrespect on here is totally incidental. I don't go after that. That's just kinda,
no. I'm not.
Sometimes
saying,
it happens.
I'm saying you know how it works.
Yeah.
You need somebody.
Drama and conflict.
You wouldn't need somebody to cross the line.
Sure.
So he came out here to get Scumby to cross the line. And then he signed him to a contract. Did they tell you?
Yeah.
The OG, matter of fact,
I didn't know they had a contract.
I don't think he could do no jumper because
really?
The Gumby dude signed the contract.
Well, he was doing tons of content with Unk for a while there too.
Yeah, we owe Unk too. We looking for Unk.
Yeah,
too.
we looking for Unk. We gonna make a wish with Unk.
You just had him up here.
We gonna make a wish.
That little poison bottle he gotta go.
Yeah,
he gotta go.
Bottle gotta go.
Well, we're gonna have to talk about that as well.
Gonna make a wish. You grab the wishbone and you break that boy in half. Cuz gonna get his legs and I'm gonna get his head and we're gonna see
we got it.
But so did Real Tune like successfully create real division between Hoovers in Texas, or was it able to be talked out again? Because it's great. It's great hearing about the fact that y'all were able to get on the same page.
No, he didn't. No, I'm not saying what he did as far as the solution.
Yeah,
the solution definitely came into play after all the ruckus. This is why I got on, you know what I'm saying, this topic. So that it wouldn't be no bloodshed. I mean, I don't know if you follow my work, but I got on there and I spoke with a lot of known Hoovers from Texas, you know, and we was all speaking about the fact that this was indeed a misnorm and Real Tuna was spreading fake news.
Right, and it just didn't work. Gumby's a J-Cat. That's what they call him out here, right?
Yeah, a J-Cat.
Yeah, he a J-Cat. That's why he back in jail. He actually said he happy to be back in jail. He finally made it back. He said out his mouth.
Probably a lot of stuff to do.
He say, man, it's like I never left. I'm right back. Big Bubbles over here with his hard on. He went right back.
Not my Gumby.
You went back it up with Big Bubba?
He really don't like the gay stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Gumby be tripping as soon as you make a gay joke. Yeah, he don't like that at all. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Wonder why. I wonder why.
But anyway, all right. So because my memory of watching that interview that Gumby did with a bunch of his homies is that when they started talking about the difference between HGC and ACG, they got mad as like they were really offended by the idea of it. They were saying that if they see you in LA and you got the HCG or whatever tattooed on you, then they are gonna remove the tattoo. You better go get it covered up right now. Like they were so serious about that shit.
And you know what, bro?
That shit count.
That's really like internet bullying, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was secretly internet bullying. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a bully buster because ain't nobody gonna rip a thing off me. You hear me? At all. And I ain't saying this to be disrespectful to now person, but when you go to making remarks like that, you really got to stand on that. You know what I'm saying? People don't really be standing, you know what I'm saying, on the stuff they be talking, man. I'm telling you, bro. So when they got on the internet with that, that really was them. That wasn't Hoover.
Okay.
That wasn't Hoover. They really was talking out of their side of their neck. Hoover wasn't saying that. And I got a gang of big homies that's from her directly that would tell you, and I can call them on the phone right now, and they'll tell you that they not on that type of time. That was Gumby.
Okay.
That was Gumby. And
Right, so it was all internet.
You know, like the agent on the Matrix, be like me. Gumby was running around sticking his hand in people's ass. And they was being like Gumby.
So are you somebody who's always kind of gone out of your way to form relationships with the Hoovers out here in LA and everything since back in the day?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And we the LA homies have been in Fort Worth. Hoovers have come there. They've been in our prison systems. We've never had a problem with the LA homies, and we don't have one with them to this day.
Right.
Because as you know, Gumby got on there and said Fort Worth. I didn't get on there and say for California.
Right.
Because that ain't the way. You know what I'm saying? And you don't let a fool set the example. You gonna keep your composure. You know what I'm saying? So
because all right, the unique thing about how Gumby and them are when they talk about Hoover's out of state is like, I've had a lot of people I'm friends with who are Bloods, for example.
Right.
And in New York or in Atlanta, they got 9 trays, sex, money, murder, all this other shit.
Right.
I never once heard a Blood be like, they're doing this and that is wrong by our standards. It seems like there's usually like a understanding that out of state, things are going to be different. They're going to have different style, different lingo, different gang sign, different everything. And same thing with the 60s that I know. There's people repping that down south or in Atlanta or whatever. And I never heard a 6-0 out here be like, they're cripping wrong in Atlanta,
so
which it seems like most people don't really take issue with that because they understand it's over there, it's different.
But that's on the internet is not.
If it's not disrespectful to the nature of the hood or whatever, then usually people seem like they don't really take that much interest in it.
What happening here is this, Adam. And you got to remember, a lot of this start in Cali in the 70s, right? For us, it's the late 80s, all throughout the 90s. Information is not the same how it is now.
True.
Nobody can turn on a podcast and hear an OG or hear a person from New Hampshire, right, talk about their experience or what went on in general. So now that information is here, you got these people that may be, what year we in, 2026? You got these kids that may be 26 years old, right? But in 2013, the internet is here, things are going on. They're being informed of what's proper and what's not proper. And based on their internet experience, they want to be able to tell people what they know about keyway and damu and these words and these phrases and things that you bring up. But you gotta go back then when there's no cell phone. Right. There's no communication where information is
passed on by word
passed on, and people are being able to people are being misled. The whole setup is a misleading situation anyway. Right. So then you'll get people that will come out here to get the correct information and try to weaponize the truth, like hit you with the truth stick. But that don't work. If that worked, when people come in the hood with their Bible, everybody will sign up to be with Jesus. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, just because you have the truth or you have the gospel doesn't mean you can apply it by hitting somebody over.
Well, it is tempting to use the religious metaphor because, like, for instance, Christianity, we could probably list off 50 different types of Christianity that are relatively popular in this country that all have different parts of their religion that really contradict each other.
Mormons at the airport.
The Mormons and the Catholics probably got 20 things that they wouldn't be able to agree on.
Different books.
But there's nobody who's going around saying like, nah, this is the wrong version of Christianity, or maybe they do have that conversation, but they just accept, all right, that's a different style that they got over there.
It's called ethnocentric,
you
know, and it's street ethnocentrics, you know.
Yeah, it's a religion.
It's you got people who zealous believe in an ideal, you know, and they feel like that's the right way, you know. But then I gave this to Gumby. I gave it to him. I say, when you stand in front of a 6 and you on the top of it, it looked like a 9.
And he could not comprehend what you were trying to say.
It's the same number.
He was trying to make the example of like, if I'm looking at a 6, to you it looks like a 9, and Gumby's like, there ain't no 6s or 9s in Hoover. Like, he was mad as
hell,
fuck.
man.
But I'm gonna tell you
That was funny. That was funny as
I'm gonna tell you what else he pointed out. He said nobody from no other city has brought that to the internet and said people is doing wrong. It's kind of ironic that a Hoover would do that to other Hoovers, man.
Yeah.
And then say everybody is against them, man.
Yeah.
That's kind of taboo, wouldn't you say?
No, that's called throwing rocks and hiding your hands. That's what he was doing, you know. He was over there throwing rocks at us in Fort Worth and in Texas, you know, and hiding his hands.
But had you had conversations with Gumby or even known about him really before he went and did that interview with Real Tuna, as you call him?
No, we were on the phone.
Oh, okay.
Me and Gumby talked on the phone.
Yeah, we only know him because
He
of Real
recorded.
Tuna.
We only know him because of Real Tuna. No,
That's his
remember he
honest.
recorded my phone call when I checked Real Tuna about the whole CG and GC thing, and I told him, "Hey man, you faking on this internet. This is you telling you why you going over there lying to them people, telling them that it's a war over here, because that's only gonna make it a Texas and California thing.
Right.
And guess what that do to the media? It blows up.
Gives him something to talk about.
Exactly. Turns into a lot of money. So he was that type of snake. He started a whole bunch of stuff, you know, that really wasn't even real. It's like, you know, you tell somebody that the sky is falling and they refuse to look up.
But how do you know that Real Tune was doing this with diabolical intentions? Because a lot of times I'll interview somebody and then I'll end up interviewing their op and the op will talk shit about them. Okay. And to me, it's kind of like, it puts me in a weird position, but it is like, well,
he said it wasn't diabolical.
You don't, but you're saying that he did it intentionally.
He did this for a YouTube check to pay his rent. What you mean? Same reason women sell ass on the street.
But he could have just been doing interviews with a bunch of different reputable members. Once you've interviewed all the Hoovers in Texas, don't you think, oh shit, man, maybe we're gonna do the ones in LA?
Sitting at people's feet, man, you smelling their toes.
Yeah, he said it.
You got the good metaphor.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah,
you sitting at people's feet. Instead of looking them in their eyes, you hear me, as a man, then you really, that's a whole feminine position, you know. First of all, don't jump on this internet acting like you know damn journalists, speaking like you a feminine, I'm gonna come sit at your feet. Yeah. I ain't never coming to sit at no grown-ass man's feet, you hear me? I sit at a grown man's side, you hear me? We can shake hands, we can be friends, you hear me? We can box, we can punch, we can do whatever, but I ain't sitting at your feet.
That's something they read in the Bible. Man. But then you forgetting, man, he's a PE teacher by profession.
On his day-to-day, really?
No, I'm saying he went to school, graduated, and became a PE teacher.
He passed that. What's that fool name? I mean, no disrespect to the dead, man. What's his name? Richard Simmons.
Yeah.
That's who Real Tuna is. Richard Simmons. Okay, well, we're gonna start today, class. That's that scumbag ass nigga. That's him.
I'm looking at what Real Tuna has been up to lately, and it's a lot of shout out to Cartel Bo. So we do still got a little bit of Hoover energy on here, but he's got OG Percy, who I understand that you're not a big fan of at this point, right?
You know it. You know it. I don't with him. Well, you know, he probably ain't never coming here. You hear me?
Yeah.
He ain't never coming here.
Wait, you said some bad things about Percy, man, yourself.
Yeah. I think I call him a crackhead, yeah.
Why?
Oh.
Now, why you do that, man?
I mean, I looked at him. I was like, damn, for sure this fool used to smoke crack. Yeah, I mean, like, you gotta.
Man. No, let me keep
it's not even hate. I ain't
gonna salt it down. I ain't gonna salt it down. I'm gonna go and clean it up because, you know, I'm from Fort Worth. I gotta go back to Fort Worth.
In the building, man.
Now, look here. Percy, he got his own personal, habits. Everybody got their own habits, you know what I'm saying? But as far as internet personality, he does a great job at that, man.
Yeah, he's very entertaining. I watch his shit all the time,
stories, he runs good content. Percy ain't no bad person.
Why you ain't had him on the show?
Why I ain't had him on the show?
Right.
Yeah. He's welcome to pull up, and I would have done it last time I was in Texas if we had a little bit more time.
And so do you have a relationship with Real Tuna? Because he manages Percy, too.
No, I don't think I ever spoke to Real Tuna.
Why y'all? I thought y'all was journalists. Y'all beef too, like gang members.
I mean, I would talk to him. It certainly seems like he deserves a rebuttal after this episode.
Really?
Yeah, you guys are slandering his name. Now everybody gonna think he's a K2 fiend.
No, how about a boxing match after this episode?
I think I hung up the gloves.
Yeah, because I mean, you gave media personalities a bad name. Do you think he would do better?
Real talk. I don't know. Is he a big dude? Is he? I've seen him before, but I don't know.
That man is a whole cream puff, boy.
Oh Lord.
Hey, so
cream puff.
Yes,
I'm talking about.
When I look, I'm looking at his channel and I am seeing that he's running content about you. Like, OG Kunta is banned from his hood.
Okay, let's
Members only video. OG Kunta is a mark.
Yeah.
So he's making some money off you still.
Yeah, still. And guess what? He making some money off fake news.
Okay.
You see?
So
because I'm not a mark.
Banned from your hood? Where's that coming from?
That's him running some old content, running some shit that a little old young dude, I get into it in my neighborhood. You know, that's the type of shit that's real and it don't deserve to be on the internet.
Okay.
So he takes some shit that don't deserve to be on the internet and try to spin a narrative on it to try to create some more shit, you know.
Wow.
But in reality, you know, here I am right now. Ain't no hair on my head been harmed, you see. So as far as the way he ran it like I was marked out and I wasn't marked out. I chose not to strap on the helmet, you know.
Him making videos like that, though, makes me feel like you are probably trying to see him.
Right. Yeah. Facts. That's why I said about the box. So the thing is this. He managed Percy's career.
Okay.
Right.
He want Percy to be in the front. Shout out OG Percy. Shout out
to OG Percy. I made that observation that you seem like you probably smoked crack back in the day. But there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
He's old as a lot of people used to smoke crack back in the day.
No. But listen, a lot of people.
Shout out to OG Percy.
Listen. He's trying to clean it up, but a lot of people make.
I never had anything against him. I'm just calling it how I see it.
So they make an observation about you about being, you know,
a cuck.
Exactly.
I mean, it is what it is. I gotta wear that.
Really?
On God. On Hoover, though.
Damn. It was stupid.
But listen, Percy ain't gotta wear that. You trying to make Percy wear it, but here's the thing.
Listen, he never did it. He never did. I apologize.
Listen, well, he is Real Tunes is at him, right? Because he don't want Kunta to be
successful,
a star on the internet. So he keep Percy and Kunta at odds. Okay. You understand what I'm saying?
He keep seeking Percy
so he even went to go get Gumby, and then he came back and interviewed Percy. You see what I'm saying? So all this is not no diabolical scheme.
Okay.
This is a scam to pay his rent.
And it does seem interesting to me that he very recently did a whole interview with Gumby and everything like that. And then he's actually the reason why I knew that Gumby got arrested for aggravated stalking, because he was the first one to the internet to do a video about it. That's how I learned about it.
Your work?
Usually I'm not the one breaking the news.
You break the news. I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm saying he's getting this strategy from somewhere.
Well, listen, if somebody got arrested for something, that is fair to make a video about that, I think.
No, but I'm saying, if someone you work with,
did
you agree with the way he did Gumby?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's all right, you know.
See, you the OG, Adam.
I mean,
These are your children.
Adam. Come
These
on,
are
Adam,
your internet kids,
Keep
Adam.
it a buck, Adam.
Oh, yeah, I'll put it like this. Brick Baby gets locked up. I don't want to be the first one to post it. But once somebody else posts it, how can I not react to it? How can I not be the one reacting to it?
He was the first one.
Because there is a chance, sometimes people get locked up for like a couple weeks and we don't know about it. Just because nobody's out there like aggressively searching their name in the police database to try to figure out who's locked up.
We don't even know he's in jail until you say something.
Right, and Gumby is a well-known internet personality, but it's not like TMZ is going to be reporting on it.
Correct.
So, you know, he was the one who broke that story.
He said, well, y'all, I got some unfortunate news.
Yeah, hey, look, he got a whole Adam 22 mask. He put his whole Adam 22 mask and said, well, as a journalist, I'm here to report some unfortunate news.
All right, but I'm going to reiterate something that many, many people have said to me over the years. And also, can you adjust that camera? Because I look like that shit about to fall. But is that, you know, Sean Cotton I recently did an interview with, and he's told me multiple times, Adam,
shout out to Sean Cotton.
You get away with a lot of shit that a black man would not be able to get away with. And it does hit different, because I'm looking at his content and thinking that I'm holding him to a standard. And then as soon as you guys ask me, like, would you have done that? I'm kind of like, well, shit, yeah, I guess I would have. But it does hit different when it's a black guy from the community that you're talking about, right?
Right.
Yeah.
He wrong. We out of line. Because, Adam, how many times have you been to jail?
Once.
Okay. And we see you can't fight. So did you get beat up when you was in there?
Nah.
Okay. So if you went to jail and you stayed for a substantial amount of time and you had to defend
24 hours.
You had to defend your Bootius Maximus. Would you think twice about the experience when other people go? Maybe you were like, man, let me call. Let me check on them. Before I go reporting the news, let me see what's going on because I understand the experience can be pretty rough. And I know it's kids.
But I think
know it's this.
the attitude of a media personality, a journalist, is that if it's true, we need to report on it.
Leech.
Now, if I am so empathetic to the situation that I also need to reach out to him and let him know, hey, are you okay? Do you need some money? Are your family okay? Etc. That's like a separate thing. But the obligation of a media person, I have not done that in his case.
This is his problem.
But somebody like Crip Mac, somebody like Brick Baby, yes.
Okay,
but this is your problem.
But they're a lot closer to me.
Extra, bro.
So you look
for extra.
This is your same
But
problem.
he didn't get locked up. He blew his hand off.
Some money.
Oh yeah, many times. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about your Brick Baby too? So yeah, that's a plus.
Yeah.
And then let me say this to you, man. I want to give you your flowers, man. While I'm here, man. That move you made about that racism shit with the Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? Not to, pick no old scab. That was a real live journalist move. He spoke out.
Yeah.
He say, no, when they was over there talking about, black people in the
No. There was a LA media personality who basically was talking about blueface, and he used the term African booty scratcher.
Yeah.
And honestly, I didn't make that big a deal about it, but I said on the platform, like, damn, that's racist as that's crazy that they just let him get away with that. And he turned it into Adam's trying to create a race war. No, you dumb. I'm just calling you out for being a racist.
Straight up. Okay. And that was real journalism right there, homie.
Yeah, you might as well call him the N-word if you really want to say something.
Straight up. And then why is y'all doing all that? And then it's been the blacks' backs that y'all been on this whole time while y'all been over here. Let's keep it a buck. Y'all moved into our communities. Now, y'all eventually established your own, but when y'all first got here, y'all was living with black people. I even integrated into our culture. I integrated into their culture. I have a lot of respect for Mexicans, but see, you got to understand that Texas is different. The Mexicans in Texas are different from the Mexicans in California.
Why you say that?
Because the Mexicans in California are racist.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they are. I'm going to say that. When I heard that, I was on your side because I couldn't believe that these same people who have a lot of assimilations, a lot of our culture assimilated into their disposition. You can watch and look at any of these people that was on there and they had black culture assimilated into their disposition.
But I will say that I think that shit gets exaggerated. Are there Mexican gangs in LA that hate black people and say negative things about black people? Yes. It's a small majority. Small minority.
No.
You go to a concert in LA, you're going to see Mexicans, blacks, and whites standing side by side, and the amount of animosity is very small.
I got
check this out.
Have you ever been a black man in East Los Angeles?
I haven't, but I talk to these guys all the time, and I feel like more often than not, listen, blacks and Mexicans, they'll have two different gangs running the same neighborhood, and they coexist more often than not, 99% of the time.
He got away from the topic, though.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, because I hear people say that because Northern California, similar to Texas, what you're saying, where there's very little static.
I'm just saying that when you did that was a real journalist move because there is a lot of backdoor racism going on. You know what I'm saying? Where people are using people's culture, but then gonna still speak and say something racial.
Yeah.
How you gonna piggyback and assimilate into people's culture, but you still got racist remarks?
Yeah.
That didn't sit well with me. Yeah. So when you said that, I did a segment on that.
Okay.
I did do a segment on Unique Perspective about the whole ordeal. L.A. Ron, he was there. Cuzzo Leak was there. We all sat and we had a real good, open discussion about, racism.
Okay.
And it really racism shouldn't be inherited in nobody's race. We got to stop that. Black people got to stop it. White people got to stop it. Mexican people, because guess what? America is a melting pot, man. And we've been here, man. Everybody been here. So why are we acting like we all not from the same place now?
Right. And what I hear from people out here too is that the amount of beef between Mexican hoods and black hoods used to be a lot worse and has really kind of quieted down over the last 10 years, whatever. So I think that's a great thing. We should all be pushing towards things where there's less violence, less animosity.
Well, when is the last time we you had a black woman in a Mexican Lowriders magazine?
I have not ever probably looked at a Mexican Lowrider magazine. Yeah.
Well, but just go check. When is there ever?
But I agree. They should make opportunities for our black queens.
You better believe it. But
cut the bullshit. See, now he bullshit.
Well, I would never look at something like that.
Yeah, he gonna shoot.
Can't be bullshit.
He gonna shoot.
But he never said at what point in your journalism, whatever you call it, I can't even spell it. But what stories are off topics? Like, that's what I'm saying. That when does it come insensitive to a person you do business with, employee or coworker, to report their business, even though that's part of your job? Like, do you think Harvey at TMZ will report on the dude next to him, break the news on him? You know, and I'm just asking.
If he's newsworthy enough that people would care, sure. But I mean, I also know about things. I know about dudes that I'm cool with who got the shit beat out of them in jail. Nobody ever talked about it. I didn't talk about it.
Because you know,
but as soon as it be no, but if definitely it would be newsworthy. But it's like, and I know all kinds of shit about who shot who banged so and so's girl, etc. But if it comes to the internet, we reacting to it. But I don't want to be the one bringing it to the internet.
Right, so that's where you kind of draw the line.
But if I don't with them, hey, you might have to just expose them. If I don't with you, then I might have to lay it all out there.
You gotta do the real tuna.
Because I don't really view myself as a journalist. I'm an influencer, a media personality,
I'm
etc.
a media personality.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. It's like, so I'm waging my own little beefs on here sometimes. So it's like, sometimes I will be the first one to break a story open because I just want to help shape the narrative about that person.
So for you, if the story is powerful enough, you'll hang your mama dirty drawers outside. Like if the story is powerful enough, mama gotta go.
Okay, like if my dad killed somebody,
right?
I mean, I don't want people talking about my dad, but shit, if it's in the news,
you gonna talk.
It's content. We got to talk about it. Yeah, how could I avoid it?
Yeah, you come from a hell of a culture. Is that a teardrop or a cross on the
upside down cross?
Yeah, you come.
Oh
from
man, hold on.
You come from a hell of a culture. You come from the hell of a culture, man. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
That's my own culture. Yeah, nobody around me put me up to that.
Why would you put the cross upside down?
I'm an atheist. I'm opposed to all organized religion.
Yeah.
So you on some Karl Marx shit?
He's a socialist.
Yeah, he's a socialist.
Not really on
that's
board with
government.
That,
yeah, he don't want to pay tithes.
Karl Marx said.
Listen, he don't want to pay tithes.
He said. He said.
That's the least of it, but yeah.
He said religion is the opium of the people.
Yeah. That's real shit.
Yeah. So when you say that you don't believe in God, you know that's rather strange that you would say that. But do you have any proof to disprove God?
The burden of proof is on the one making the initial statement.
See, now he went to court on you. Remember they told
I'm just saying, like, you know, I think the burden of proof is on the person making the fantastical claim that there's a creator of the universe who's controlling all of the things that are happening on this planet. Yeah.
So you give me your best illustration, your best in a nutshell of there being not a creator, and I give you my best example that there is.
Well, I could tell you right now how you're more like me than you are. You know, okay, I'll just say it like this: you're an atheist when it comes to every god besides the one you want to believe in. Throughout history, there's been hundreds of different religions, thousands of religions.
Let me tell you this.
I just don't believe in all of them. You just picked one that you were okay with.
I don't pick
and
one.
It just so happens to be the one that you were raised with.
Look, check this out. Let me tell you about me.
Which is kind of like you being a Cowboys fan or whatever, right?
Let me tell you.
Just because you were born around it?
I wasn't.
Just so happens that's the one you believe in?
No, I don't believe in none of that.
It's crazy you're not
I believe in source code.
It's crazy you're not a Hindu.
I believe in source code.
It's almost like it's just because you didn't grow up around it.
Do you know what source code is?
Of like a website or an app or source code? Yeah.
Source code is your energy reading. You got 7 chakras. Actually, you got 15 chakras within your body that permeate energy.
Yeah, I got 15 choppers. That's right.
Yeah, 15 chakras, crazy ass
chakras.
Man.
Sorry.
15 chakras, man. Your energy fields, bro. Look, man. Look, man. In your human body, right, is an illustration of the very galaxy itself that we see out here in the world right now. Okay. So for that to be the parallel of the parallelness of the universe and the human body, you hear me, shows a master's touch. It shows grand architectural design, you see. So I would never try to get, as far as religion is concerned, I don't believe in religion either.
Oh, that's great.
Okay? So we're not going to play that, oh, well, he's this, he's that. I know that religion is opium, and our people have been drugged up on it.
People really like opium.
Yeah, they like opium. You know what I'm saying? They like religion. I don't like it. I see how it divides people. I see how it keep people asleep, you know, keep people tricked and fooled. So I believe that there is a higher power. I believe in the higher power. See, my God is the higher power. It's not none of these images or none of this religious fanatic madness. I don't identify with none of that because all of it's straight jackets. You understand?
For sure.
So when you say we all kind of parallel, you better believe it because I don't believe in none of the tradition.
And I do feel like what you're saying is incredibly common these days, that people say, I don't believe in this, I don't believe in heaven and hell, I don't believe in the Bible, but I believe there's a higher power, which even that and being considered religious and using that as your explanation of your religiosity is kind of a brand new invention. Like I asked my mom a while back, I said, when you were a kid, would you have been considered a Christian if you didn't believe in heaven and hell? And she laughed in my face. She said, of course not. But now I hear people say that shit all the time.
Right.
The influence on religion is by secular culture.
100%.
Religion has been dulled down by the outside realm, which is everything else.
You got what you got called esoteric information and you got esoteric information. Now, esoterically, religion, you know what I'm saying, is the opium. But esoterically, religion is your inner connection to source code.
You know, I recently had a Hoover member named Gorilla Hebrew tell me that he only believes in two things, God and Gumby.
Well, you know, some of these brothers, man, they might be kind of dumb as a box of rocks. So don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I think he's on to something.
I mean, if he believe in God and Gumby, that's his business. That ain't me. I don't believe in no man. You understand? I believe, I'm the man I believe in. You know what I'm saying? The only man that I believe in is the man that I made myself into. You know what I'm saying? And I inspire every other man to believe in themselves as well. This is why I'm with CEO Hockley, because he believed in his manhood. He believed that he is a man. He believed in himself. You believe in yourself. If you didn't, you wouldn't be right here right now in the accomplishments and the things that you've done. You know, so when it comes to just belief systems, man, belief is personal to me. So I don't never try to force my belief on nobody. You see? My belief is personal.
And as far as religion, though, my attitude is that for 99% of people out there, their religious beliefs are probably a net positive in their life. A lot of people kind of need to believe in a God in order to make it through the day. And I don't hold that against anybody. But then once in a while, you got Osama bin Laden and he's flying planes into buildings because of his religion. Yeah. Or getting his goons to do it.
Whatever they said, you know, staged or whatever.
Yeah.
You know how they say.
Okay, so let's politic Unc. How did you get introduced to him, and what's your thoughts on him?
Well, Charmin, man. Charmin cuz.
Charmin
cuz, yeah.
Charlatan.
No, Charmin.
Charlatan,
As in Charmin. You know what a Charmin is?
Isn't that...
a medicine man.
Okay.
Shaman, but I say Charmin as in tissue paper.
That's what I was thinking. The quicker picker-upper, right?
The quicker picker-upper. Okay. Charmin. It's a shaman, but I'm calling him Charmin.
Okay.
Like he's a tissue paper.
You could have been a rapper. You got away with words, yeah.
This old guy, man. Now I was on his bumper, man. You know, because he got out one time and I was listening to him because you know I kind of like I get it. I check people out to see how smart they are. So when I cut into 607 Unc, you know, everybody was steady telling me that how intelligent 607 Unc is, and I had the privilege of finding that out. But as he was selling it on the internet, he wasn't showing his intelligence. He was using the old chaos and confusion bait and hook, you know, tactic. You know what I'm saying? He talking about he said Moses had to sacrifice his son, and Moses did not sacrifice his son. It was Abraham who had to sacrifice his son.
Right.
I said, so if you're gonna talk about some truth, bro, talk about the truth in its entirety. Don't just get intoxicated in your ideas and just go to spitting out misinformation. So, you know, I really was trying to like, you know, you could friendly troll somebody, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of friendly trolled him, you know what I'm saying? Got his attention. Eventually we ended up doing some content that was very successful.
And were you doing that knowing that he was a Hoover representative? Because we didn't know that until that day where he kind of violated Munchie B on here.
Well, look.
How did I set him up?
You set him up with
4 extra.
Yeah.
See,
that's a different situation. That okay. Number one, no, but number two,
first Munchie B.
The situation with Munchie B, where he just out of the middle of nowhere decided to use the S word, which is probably the most offensive word you could use towards a blood. I didn't set him up, but that was the moment that we realized that he claimed to be a Hoover.
Right. And then you set him up with 4 extra.
The 4 extra thing. I'm gonna be real. He got the greatest pass of all time because 4 extra did not slap him in the face.
And he was so close.
He went on the podcast and said that he was gay.
But why would you? Hey,
it's tough to say that about a gang member in this, especially one like him, a real general. I'll give it to him.
Yeah.
He's a scary guy.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
nub or not.
There you go, man.
Well,
you just you don't quit,
Well,
man.
No, I'm just saying, you know, even with one hand, he's still kind of a scary guy, right?
You skipped that you set him up.
No, I didn't set him up.
You set up.
I set up a podcast for him. He showed up to the podcast. I wasn't there. I was never supposed to be there.
You set up Hoover. What you say? A Hoover?
He never even told Foresha that he was a Hoover. I don't think I think Foresha still doesn't know that he claims to be a Hoover.
Yeah, so you ain't gonna claim no setups.
No, I never do.
Now
setups.
4X went in on him because he kept saying things that were considered sayings that are respectful to the homies.
Right.
And 607 Unc had it bad.
So how did y'all make up? Because then he went to put spells on you and curses on you.
I don't believe on that.
And then he just came back to the show.
He's free to do whatever kind of voodoo he want to do.
Charming, cuz I'm telling you.
So man, he came back to the show though after casting spells.
You can pray for me. You can pray against me. You can put spells on me. You can do a voodoo doll of me. My belief is that none of this would ever do anything in 1,000 years.
Okay.
So you can do whatever you want when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Right.
That's your shit.
And also, you can make YouTube videos about me, and I'm probably not even gonna watch them.
So I'm saying y'all never had to talk about the 4 Extra situation.
No, we talked about it. Yeah. The clip came out like a week or two ago. Yeah.
No, this is the same play that y'all ran. That was ran on him. They ran it on me with Gumby.
They set you up?
Yeah.
You didn't know that he was going to be there that day? On the Bob Report? That podcast?
I was coming there to do content with 607 Up.
And you didn't know Gumby was going to be there?
They called me at the last minute and said, Gumby's in Vegas and he would like to sit down with you. And now, when we first got over there, it was all peaceful. Yeah. And then this to show you the narrative. What was the first question that was asked? Do you remember on that particular?
I'm not sure. I watched it last night, but
he went straight to the elephant in the room. What's the problem between HCG and GC?
Oh, okay.
That's to show you that it was cooked.
It'd be your own people,
It was baked. Yeah, I always your own people. It was cooked up, straight up.
You see how I tried to talk about, Fort Worth and where you're from. You were kind of like, nah, let's get to the real shit.
Yeah, let's get to the real shit.
Which I respect.
Yeah, real spill.
Yeah.
No, honestly.
That episode was heated. You actually look very, very mature in that podcast because you were kind of not falling for the bait.
And that was you seen it then. You seen exactly what I seen because at the end of the day, I still got to get back home to my family, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Number one.
Yeah.
And then number two, what example would I set for crashing out?
Yeah.
That's not the example that I ever accepted or promoted in my community.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the guy that's always telling the little homies, hey man, fix your pants, straighten your collar. You know what I'm saying? Look in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Move straight. Not crooked.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not that guy. So for me to go in and strap my helmet on now, at any point at this point would be completely a contradiction to everything that I've done in my life work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not out here inspiring nobody to strap no damn helmet on. And I wasn't finna strap, even though he was inches away from being slapped on my mama.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, because the disrespect had got to a higher level, because, I was reading the whole time on all the energy, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't like it. But then at the same time, I was out of place, and being out of place, what else can you do besides, go along with the program?
But also you have respect for California Hoovers.
Absolutely.
And he, at certain points, was kind of not maybe showing as much respect for what's going on in Texas.
But look what he did. He came down here and hid in Texas too.
Hid?
Yeah, that's what I said. He hid.
When and why?
Why you think he on where he at right now?
Oh.
Because he was over here. And then Real Tuna, ain't no money in the room, was housing them, you know what I'm saying? Keeping them down there.
They were roommates?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, they was like that.
Couch surfing.
Yeah.
You ever heard of couch surfing?
Yeah.
Couch
is that a custom in your culture?
Actually, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, he couch surfed down there to the funk. I mean, no, not to the funk, but
yeah,
down
you know how people move to LA and then they couch surf and they
yeah.
become famous?
Yeah.
He moved to Texas, couch surf, and went to jail.
Wow. So he was doing his stalking in Texas?
No, I'm saying he went to jail, whatever. I don't know.
I think after
I don't know too much about the stalking.
After he got popped with what he did, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't, trying to get in his business, but I just noticed that he came over here in Texas and stayed for a great period of time.
Yeah,
now,
homeless
in
Texas.
That raised a question mark over my head because, you speak so highly about where you from. Why would you spend so much time in a place where you really don't like what's going on? Why would you not go back home where everybody believes and looks at the things the way you do?
Yeah.
Why would you spend so much energy and time in a place where nobody is ever gonna accept your time or your politics, you know? So I began to think deeper at it. Like, what is he doing here?
But when he was staying in Texas, was he trying to be around gang members and being involved with all that, or was he just kind of ducked off?
Ducked off.
Okay.
But he was playing like he was outside. You can't be outside. You a duck den. You can't be outside.
And then he pretty much became, on the internet, he became the internet Hoover daddy to people, pretty much. Yeah, it was people gravitating to a big homie that they did not know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying? When he couldn't even come back to his hood. So it was just all, you started it. It was all just, everybody want to be famous. I started it, but you platformed
But why
it.
do you think that he can't go back to his hood? I never heard that.
Why was he in Texas? That's what I'm saying.
Probably hiding from the law or something, right?
He in jail in Vegas.
I think we were staying in Vegas before for like a while.
So which laws you hiding from?
I don't know. Maybe
Yes, all of them.
cases out here, you know. Traditionally, Gumby's had some trouble with the law here and there.
Well, you know, I ain't got no.
Nah, he been innocent for the most part.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for the most part, he's innocent now, as he say.
Right.
And that's known to be true.
Okay.
Well, I ain't got no smoke with him and his charges. I just want him to get his ass in that ring. You hear me?
Really?
Yeah, we really, you know, on some, you know, if you set that up, you know, I will come back and I'll write a contract with you. I'll punch Gumby down as soon as he get out. And then if you promote it and you get some traction behind it, use some of that money to get him out, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's how much respect I got for Hoover.
I'm gonna tap in with him and see what the situation is. Yeah.
Yeah, and tell him.
You know you're not
Tell
Do you think
him.
anybody else got access to his Instagram? Like if I hit him up on there, is somebody else gonna respond to me?
Yeah, you can hit him up. They making content on his channel.
What's he saying?
Yeah, they're
Chicken
doing
ain't
something.
cheating?
Yeah.
Over there.
Comment on his channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gumby.
Tell him to run the
Yeah.
fade.
There he is. Hoover Gumby.
Yeah.
Yo, can I contact Gumby? Somebody got to have his phone.
Somebody need to help him get out. Somebody need to do a GoFundMe for Gumby.
Actually, I'm going to ask Gorilla Hebrew. I bet he knows how to talk to him.
Yeah, go Gumby. Ain't that what they call it?
Go somebody. Somebody
Yeah.
better help him.
Do you
Got the
know?
homie up under the jail cell. That ain't it, you know.
Damn, all right. But from your perspective, is Gumby being locked up good for the overall health of the Hoover Nation?
Maybe.
Oof.
Maybe.
That's a strong statement.
And I'm going to say that. You know why I say that?
You think he's an
Good.
agent of chaos?
He's being an agent of chaos, yeah. I feel like, because I had gave him a warning. I was like, bro, you need to slow down, bro. You're moving too destructively. You know, when we had our private little conversation, I was like, bro, you taking, you know, we going a little too fast on this. You know, we need to slow this down. You know, we ain't, because we really was just supposed to be doing content, you know, and creating dialogue. Now he took it to a war scenario, you know, and he posted himself as the, you know, opposing general, you know, in the war. And I, you know, assumed the position of a general myself as opposing to the madness that he was talking about. And we won the war.
Yeah.
You know, because ain't no war between HCG and GC, you know. Ain't nobody died in Cali for that shit. Ain't nobody died in Texas for that shit, and it ain't finna happen.
Yeah.
So he failed in that. So this means he really need a change of heart.
Anything that could be talked out, we should be encouraging that.
Well, talked out, you know, me and him, we can't talk out, you know.
We saw that on that podcast.
We ain't gonna do that talking no more. We did
talking
that,
didn't really work.
and
there.
everybody was thinking that he marked me out because I talked to him. So now I showed him that I'll punch him down, and he ain't got to talk after that because I know his lips gonna be real swole. You hear me?
Wow.
Straight up. So we ain't got to talk after that if you don't want to.
Okay.
But you're gonna respect me because look, I'm on this. It's guns down and gloves up. You see,
That's good.
this is something that we gotta start promoting in the community. This got to be like, especially in California, where the gang violence is really serious. We got to start teaching these little brothers that, hey man, you need to learn how to fight, not how to shoot. You see, but a lot of these brothers ain't been hunting neither. Nobody ever took them hunting and showed them what the use of a gun is for.
We don't got a lot of area where we could hunt out here, as opposed to Texas. This is probably a little bit more
And that's
plausible.
why the relations need to improve, where the Cali homies can come to Texas and hunt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bring a bunch of these young brothers up here from up here down there and let them hunt. You know what I'm saying?
What are we going to hunt? Some wild boars or something?
Wild boars, deers,
Okay.
all kinds of stuff down there to hunt, man. And you really learn the use of a weapon.
I've never been hunting.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Now, if a lot of people went hunting, a lot of the young men went hunting, they would understand the use of a weapon. And the use of a weapon is not to go out and kill your brother. It's actually the use of a weapon is to protect yourself, you see. And you protect yourself against wild game.
Yeah.
You see. And when you kill something out in the wild, you understand the purpose of a gun.
Right.
I promise you. And if a lot of these youngsters had that experience, they wouldn't be so quick to pick up no gun and kill nobody because they would understand that a gun means the end.
Yeah.
You know, it don't mean, you know, oh, I did this and I'm that. Because see, a lot of people, they do stuff and then they don't pre-think it. They just act out of instinct. And then after the fact, now you sitting here with a bun, out of control ass bun, you can't get out. You going, you facing a capital charge. You know, you facing all these different things that you did not consider, and all you really had to do was understand that you could fight.
Wait, so just to go back to it though, with Unc, after that podcast, did you have anything to do with him afterwards, or were you kind of turned off to him?
Man, I've been bailing Unc out. I'm gonna keep it 100.
Oh yeah.
See. You know, I'm gonna pull the dirty draws all the way on off. You know, this is the real deal. Did you with OG Kunta cuz? Now, Unc came to Fort Worth and did content, right? Now, he was with them two young dudes, Grave Digger Quest and his brother, remember?
Right, yeah.
They hijacked Unc's house.
Really?
And guess what we called?
Me. Called you to help get rid of some squatters.
Yeah, right.
AKA drill rappers.
Yeah. I came over there and got them little homies. You know, I didn't really do nothing to them. Because that, you know, I'm not going to ever turn my hand on no little homies. But I gave them some guidance about, you know, what they need to do and how they need to just, sometimes you can't let the magician behind the curtain tell you that there is a such thing as the Wizard of Oz, and you know damn well it's not no such thing as a place.
They were just living in his house and he couldn't get rid of them?
Man, they pirated his house, my G.
Oh my God, I've never heard of such a thing.
They went in there, listen to me, they went in there and they wouldn't leave. And he got, you know, but they had straps too though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They was in there pirating. Like, hey,
Quez killed somebody.
They was
Unc,
in there.
you're next.
Unc was in there with some real gangsters.
Yeah,
he
Unc
got gangster.
Unc
got up out of there.
Unc would have got smoked.
Yeah, he got him. They made him get up out of there.
Wow.
They made him get up out of there, and he had to call me to come over.
Wait, they made Unc leave his own house?
You better believe it.
Oh no, this is crazy, man.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And I was the guy that went over there and said, hey man, enough is enough. Y'all get this man's house back. And then by that time, Unc say, man, nah, I'm gonna move. Y'all can stay in there.
What?
Yeah. And they stayed in there and stayed in there and stayed in there after the fact of Unc left. You know?
Unc owes you his life then.
Man, nah.
He shouldn't be playing with you ever again.
Unc weird. That's what I really don't, you know, I mean, I f with Unc. So don't get it. Everything I'm saying is a real story, you know.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I f with Unc. I ain't against Unc, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying this to bash him, but Unc is really not gangster like that.
Yeah.
He not, you know. I mean, he could get gangster, but he would prefer somebody else to be gangster first, you know, that's really like that.
Damn.
You know? Yeah, so he's, Kunta, man, come over here, man. Come on over here, cats. And I came over there, you know. And I told them youngers, like, man, y'all come on out of there with that madness, man.
Yeah.
And they was like, big homie, you know, he done lied to us, you know, and you was right. He over here selling us a fake dream. And see, Unc, man, he got to understand when you going to reach out to these youngsters, man, you can't sell them no fake dream, bro.
Right.
You can't tell them that you know how to climb up the beanstalk, you hear me?
Yeah.
And you ain't going to show them how to climb.
Definitely.
You can't keep climbing up and down the beanstalk and them sitting, oh, it's not your turn yet. Wait, I'm going to go up there again. I know you done went up the beanstalk 40 times. But then you got these little brothers over here waiting to do the same thing and you won't even show them how to climb.
Is it fair to say that Unc stopped you and Gumby fighting that day or not?
Yeah, they did.
He did sit between you
No,
at
he
one
did.
point.
No, because it was there.
Yeah.
They knew it. But it really wasn't, you know, I mean, they did the right thing because me and Gumby, you know, it's a good thing we didn't fight because that probably would have kicked the war off right there.
That would have been bad.
That probably would have went on and kicked the war off. Real life. If we'd have scratched, and it would probably turn into some bloodshed. So at the end of the day, I'm glad we didn't fight then. So here we are now, at a more professional level, we can come back and say, well, hey, let's fight and make some money off of it. You know what I'm saying? Some money that'll help you get your dummy ass out of jail. Cause see, I'm the nigga over here with the safety helmet on, and he the dumb nigga over there with the football helmet on. See, I'm over here avoiding obstacles and shit that can fall on top of your head. This fool diving face first into some shit that'll kill you dead. So here I am as a real Hoover, reaching my hand down to him like, homie, come on out of there. You can't stand down there in that stupid shit because you supposed to be a spokesman for Hoover. So what we gonna do? We gonna keep teaching the next generation to crash out?
Yeah.
Or we gonna start telling them, hey man, we gotta be men and let's get to a bag. Let's always create an alternative where it's successful and we win.
No, I respect that for sure. But so would you say that 607 Unk is still a valid Hoover from your perspective, or was all these experiences kind of
You heard me call him Sherman, cuz I don't know what the dude is, man. That dude done said about 13 sets. He'll say 5 on GDVD Vice Lord.
Yeah, right.
Come on, gang, on GDVD. I mean, no disrespect to my homeboys, the Vice Lords, none of the Gangster Disciples. I know a lot of them guys. But yeah, Unk, man, you don't know what he is. So he told me personally that he was Hoover.
Yeah,
I will say that.
He does have a tattooed on him.
Yeah, he said he said that. He personally told me that.
Is he allowed to do interviews up here with other guests other than you?
I mean, if he wanted to, I would be open to having the conversation with him.
Okay, but right now it's kind of, he don't know yet.
I mean, he did, after we did that one interview, he kind of pitched me on an idea of him doing a lot more content on here. Right. Not 100% sure how that would work. Right. He was talking about doing a weekly podcast. I don't know if the audience has the appetite for that.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I'm thinking maybe, I'm definitely down to do more content with him, but weekly is a lot. You're going to get burnt out.
Is he going to have some of the other people that work up here, like, is he away from that?
Access.
Definitely.
Because of his situations.
Definitely he needs to be supervised if he's going to be anywhere near Munchie B. Let's say that. That could
going down.
Or Munchie B's homies specifically. That could be weird.
That could be weird.
That could definitely get strange.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know. But okay. What about, I mentioned that Crip Mac was here the other day. He's got that tattoo on his forehead. Obviously that forehead tattoo is meant for his enemies within Los Angeles. Something tells me that you probably feel a way about it too.
I do. And I'm gonna call this out to the forefront. Hey, I'm a real Hoover. So I ain't gonna never be cool with nobody that got Hoover killer on their forehead. Now, I'm not his enemy. You hear me? But you saying, but by you having, my set on your name with a slur against it, talking about you a killer Hoover, nah, I'm not cool with that. That could actually get you punched down.
Right.
I mean, that could get you beat up, real life. And now I'm not ducking no face either. You know what I'm saying? So when you got that type of tattoo, you got to stand on that. Yeah. So I sock cuz out for having that tattoo.
Oh shit.
Straight up. Like, don't do that. Don't never come around me with no shit. Like, cause I don't even know if he's set. You see what I'm saying? But see, in my state, the Crips ain't enemies to each other. So I can't relate to him for having that on his forehead. You understand? Cause I would never have 6-0 killer on my forehead. You see what I'm saying? I would never have 4-Trey killer on my forehead. Because we don't do that in Texas. You see what I'm saying? So how they doing it down here, we don't understand that. But it's ultimate disrespect, though. It's ultimate disrespect for a person to do that. I mean, I would advise him, he probably want to do something about that. Because, I mean, if you're going to be an international icon, homie, you might want to take that dumb shit up off your forehead, homie, because you got yourself looking real goofy. Now, you got yourself looking goofy, bro, because there are people who are not from California that are Hoover, and we ain't never did nothing to you, Crip Mac. So why would you have something on your head to say you gonna kill us? How you gonna turn us into your enemies and you ain't even never met us?
That is the weird thing, is like knowing that if I were to go out of state with Crip Mac, that somebody could want to do something to him that has never seen him before, that doesn't have anything to do with him, but just because of that tattoo, it could be if he sees the wrong guy.
Coming to Texas.
But wait,
coming to Texas.
Texas would be an example, yeah.
You opened up the question and you get the tattoo don't come with a description.
Yeah.
You gave a description, like it's got a caution warning on the side of it, like a cigarette.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gave it a whole description.
Yeah.
Saying that it means his enemies from here.
Right.
Yeah, the tattoo don't have no description on it.
No, and it don't have no California enemies, nothing. You just said Hoover. You don't got on there California, wrote on the side of that Hoover. And it's not just Hoovers from California. So when you put that type of shit on the airwaves, homie, you got to be ready to work that. Like, hey, on some real inside shit, yeah, friendly fade. Friendly fade. Really.
Okay.
Like, we can get up, just set that shit
Did he talk
up.
about that? Did he have some fades over his tattoo in jail? He was
not necessarily over the tattoo, but he said he definitely had some fades. Yeah.
Yeah.
What you mean not over the tattoo?
I don't know if it was about that, but
Because I think they
he didn't
segregate
specify.
them. You know, they segregate you in California based off your connection to the city.
He was in Cali or the feds?
He was in federal jail for 2 years, and then he did a couple weeks in L.A. County jail for a separate probation violation.
So they separated him in L.A.
I don't know exactly, but I mean, for sure, like when he talks about it, he fought Jap 5 back in the day, and he admitted that he lost that fight. You know, that's a Hoover, so he definitely spent some time around Hoover.
Yeah, you better believe it.
Yeah,
and you know it. Hoovers ain't going for that tattoo. Not
for sure,
not that.
Yeah.
And then you know I ain't.
You don't even need the tattoo.
Yeah,
you just got to be from wherever you're from that they don't get along with. It is what
that
it is.
ain't it. Right.
But the tattoo is a constant reminder.
A constant reminder.
Yeah.
And ain't no man say, bro, my people are up about that tattoo. I'm talking about Texas is up about that tattoo.
Yeah.
Crip Mac, you know what I'm saying, as a person, I don't know him. But all I see is that tattoo. You know, I've never met him, but the first thing that make me like on some plex shit with him, it's like, so you just dry gonna say like we hoes or something. Yeah. No, homie. Ain't no hoes in Hoover.
The crazy thing is, all right, so Big Deal is T-Rail's brother, who's from out here. He's a Hoover. And at one point while Crip Mac was locked up, I saw Big Deal posting memes on his Instagram story using clips of Crip Mac. And that kind of says a lot about the fact that Crip Mac has been out here for so long that even a real Hoover member can kind of be joking about Crip Mac or using Crip Mac as like a comedian or a meme right there because he is such a funny, ridiculous, over-the-top character that even his direct enemies could be having a chuckle and not necessarily just immediately thinking like, the forehead tattoo, I hate him, you know? So that was kind of shocking to me. Like, I guess that's what comes with him having been out here on the scene for 5+ years on the internet, you know?
Basically, people getting familiar with it. I'm saying it's a joke.
Yeah, but I mean, Crip Mac definitely probably wouldn't appreciate it.
Is the tattoo real though?
Oh, I mean, I've been around.
I mean,
100 times.
Real. I'm saying, do he represent that?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah,
maybe it's because of that. Maybe he don't represent that.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe it's a metaphor.
Be a good idea.
I'm saying I'm speaking on why you saying they sharing it. Maybe they realize it's a gimmick. Maybe.
Right.
If they saw him as that, they might not be joking around about it.
Straight up.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Did you pay for the tattoo?
Absolutely not. No. When I met him, he had it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Crip Mac been having that tattoo for a long time. When I first came across him on the internet, I seen that tattoo.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
so he came to the internet with it?
Yeah.
Or he got it? Why? Oh, he came to the internet with it.
the internet.
Okay, what is real?
When I first interviewed him, I almost felt bad because I was like, bro, him getting this much attention is not going to be good.
You're going to get it. Like, you know it.
Yeah.
You asked for the worst of the worst.
I thought we were going to be hearing a tragic story a week later.
Right.
You know.
Well, look, this is my thing, man, with Crip Mac. No disrespect. Just we could run a fade or friendly. Like I could show him, you know what I'm saying, you know, on some Texas, you know, shit. Hey, nah, we don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And then we can, you know, we could just set it up to where we both win. So
how do you feel when people from out here get offended by the idea that the Hoovers in Texas don't beef with the neighborhoods of the 60s out there or whatever? They feel like y'all should have beef with every gang, regardless of the fact that they are really not associated with the 60s out here in any way besides just the name.
Okay, well, look, this is what you got to understand about that. There is a difference between a gang banger and a gang member, okay? When you gang banging, this is what California is doing. In Texas, we used to gang bang, you know. We don't do that no more.
Really?
We've seen that programming was dysfunctional. And it was basically making us in the state look goofy, and it was making the community as well look goofy. So a lot of that got played out. Ain't no banging, ain't no Crip on Crips, ain't no none of that going on in Texas. And you might have here and there little fallouts, but ain't no all-out fallout war on some generational shit going on or genocidal shit going on in Texas. And we're going to keep it that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and the only way we can keep it that way is by staying with the politics that we have. See, if we adapt other people's politics, this is the problem that I have with a lot of people. You can't take another time zone and apply it to another time zone. When we right here in California, we 2 hours behind Texas, right? So why would you take that time zone and try to put it in a time zone that it don't fit? California time zone don't fit in Texas time zone. It's two different times. You see.
And then there's always a level of respect. Like even when you get to the federal level, right? You got members from ACG, Texas, in federal prison with members from ACG, right? And it's a mutual respect. So if they in prison where they done lost everything and where it's a war at all times and they get along, what we doing on the internet? Yeah, it's all hype at that point.
Because I stay interviewing people who get out of doing a long time in prison. They're 30 years old, 40 years old, and they're basically like, you know, they feel like they kind of wasted their youth because they went and got locked up at 16, 17, 18 years old and had to do 10, 20 years over some shit that as soon as they get locked up, now you're sharing the phone with a guy who's supposed to be your enemy. Your cellmates with them. You start to realize, goddamn, they're just people like me.
Your homie, you locked up.
What a waste of time.
Like, so in Texas, that would kind of diffuse things. It kind of diffused it here, but the population of gangs and by being a birth is a little bit more bigger. So every generation, you got tiny loc, teeny loc, this low, it's continued on. So in Texas, what happens is we go to war throughout the 90s. And the mistake, I say mistake, is what happened is they locked us all up. They put us all in jail. We had George W. Bush, the son, from 1991 all the way to 2008. Like, that's how long he's been governing over the state of Texas. Right? Through all the stuff, you know, white people don't like Bush. You can't even bring up his name, right? We've been having his governorship since 1991 all the way to, 2008. So in doing that, he locked us all up and he put us in prison together to where we had to get along with each other because in prison, it becomes racial or it becomes city. So the person that you were beefing with in Fort Worth, you realize you need him to stand with you against these other cities or against these other races. So people ask, how do you end gang violence or how do you end conflict between this block versus that block? Put them together. But once you put them together inside the system, it diffuses it for that generation.
But Texas is a red state. Like, they're hard on crime. That's what it's all about, right?
There ain't no hard on crime. What you mean? All states hard on crime.
I mean, California is sort of famously soft on crime.
I don't know what you talking about.
I mean, that's for white people. Because Gavin Newsom has like made it much harder to keep people in prison for 20 years.
That's a narrative. That's a narrative. It's easy to let people out after they did.
But they changed a lot of these laws. You know, even yesterday I was interviewing a baby shooter from Avalon Crib, and he's talking about how the reason why he's not doing 30 years and he only did 11 years was because of a lot of the changes to the laws that were put down by people like George Gascon.
It took them 30 years to change it. And what I'm saying is that doesn't make you lesser on crime. That's you trying to right a wrong. Right, yeah.
But I mean, it's also a vibe. When you're in Florida or Texas, you can really feel it. These cops are way more down to lock your ass up than out here. Out here, you have a conversation with the cops, you could tell that the program that they've given them is a little bit more intent on being understanding. Whereas down south, cops are not around.
You're going to go to jail. I mean, you're going to go to jail, period. But I'm saying that to say this. Them locking us up and putting us together. Same way here in California where they start creating, people tell you the jail stories, or them coming together, or them having to fight against the Mexicans, or here they had to fight against the white people. Like being in prison, being in situations where you had to depend on people that you knew of or knew, that was a secret scenario for us. That was a secret solution in the middle of the chaos. And that will kind of neutralize, back to your question on why Rolling 60s and Hoovers don't have the immortal beef that they have out here in California.
Okay, that makes sense. What about probably one of the most famous Texas Hoover members that was on this podcast, Tony Wilrich?
Stop it, man. Oh, man.
Oh, wait.
I don't know. I'm a white boy. I don't know.
No, the one you did a video with?
Yeah.
The one you did the video with?
Yeah, I'm finna get him.
The one you did the video with.
Okay, now we going down now.
Oh, those are his orange sunglasses right there.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Hey, and you know what them is? Them is women's glasses, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Them is women's glasses.
Now, how did you take that? That's another one you platformed.
Yeah.
Why would you platform such absurdity, man?
We had Crib Mac and Brick Baby. Isn't that the craziest thing you ever heard?
No. Wow. Tony Wilrich got to be the lowest.
Let me ask you this question.
You got to be lowest and lower than anybody.
All we heard was like, oh, this guy's a gay Crip. He comes in to do the interview. He goes in the bathroom, comes out with an all orange fit on.
Okay.
Brick Baby and Crip Mac are looking at him like, what the
And they did that to smear Hoover, fam. And I think that's
He
where the
did that.
bullshit. No,
he said-
We did not know that he was saying he was a Hoover until-
What y'all did, no, you got to let me speak on that.
Okay.
Because see, what that was, man, don't never on guard, man. Long as you are a good guy, white man, a journalist, don't bring no weirdo in here talking about no Crip, nothing. Because see, the law is this. If you are like that, you are not a Crip anymore. So that's what made him false.
So you go by that rule as well. Okay.
Everybody go by that rule. You don't get to be nothing. You don't get to switch your hips and throw up no set. You don't get to drop your hand and hit up the C. No, it's hitting you up then. Yeah. It's oops upside your head. That's the law in Texas. And I don't know what the law here is.
No,
so when y'all, so if that's why I couldn't get, why y'all would put this dude on and he coming from Fort Worth with that BS.
Yeah.
No, man, that dude was not a Crip.
I understand why people would have a hard time believing that was not a coordinated
That
thing.
was fake, bro. That was fake news.
No, y'all definitely coordinated.
That was fake news, bro. Look at me.
You can ask Brick Baby and Crip Mac.
Wait, so
and they got down with it because ain't none of them Hoovers. First of all,
he said
and then one of them,
But they agreed to do a podcast with a gay Crip.
And guess what?
And then he walks out wearing orange.
He just so happens to be a Hoover.
We had no idea.
Boy,
come on, man.
You know
hey, no.
And he had no idea that Brick Baby or Crip Mac would be in any way.
And then I'm gonna tell you
that's
another
how
reason.
y'all had an idea. Because the mere fact that you posted him on your page, right, and you knew that he was coming out of Fort Worth, you had an idea, Adam.
I don't know.
You had an idea.
I don't know. I wasn't there that
You
day.
master
Come on, Adam.
puppeteer.
I had no idea.
You a master puppeteer.
You can ask Tony Willis.
Shit you gotta admit to. Now I'm asking you this.
I wish. Listen, that is so diabolical that I would have never had the balls to try to do that.
Let me say that. Let me say this. No disrespect to that dude, man. I don't know him. Never spoke to him. Never met him.
Total cool guy. I think he stopped this. I think he stopped gangbanging.
I don't know the scumbag.
Total disrespect.
But he is not from Hoover.
Total
I will say that on the record. Cuz is not from Hoover. I can't say that much. I don't know the character, don't want to know him, don't f with him because we don't f around like that.
Total disrespect.
Total disrespect to Hoover for that guy coming up here talking about he's something that he know damn well he not.
Okay.
I got a better question. Why you didn't cross him over into the porn industry? I think his whole narrative would have been great.
I'm not associated with the gay porn industry.
So now we supposed to be associated with it.
You gonna put the Crip?
I'm not a gay member. I just interviewed.
Yeah, but porn is with gay, so why you? It seemed like you would go
straight porn and gay porn is like,
two different
California and Antarctica. They're on different sides of the planet.
So
we don't know what they're doing, and they don't know what we're doing.
So straight members and them people are two different sides of the planet.
No, we got gay bitches.
Okay.
No, we're talking about.
So you know the difference.
So I'm talking about the gay dudes. I don't know. They got their own convention. They got their own award show. They got their own famous. I can't name one of their stars.
Okay, well look at it like this.
I heard they make a lot more money.
You made a big distinction between the difference between porn and gay porn, right? Okay.
I'm just telling you, culturally,
that same difference can be said for the funny bunnies, you hear me? The funny bunnies and Crippy. Okay. It's the same analogy, just like you said. That's Antarctica to Crippin. That is Antarctica to Crippin. We don't do that. We don't push that narrative over here.
I think he was a straight segue into that field for you. You've been managing them. Not saying you.
Well, I fumbled it because I did not use this as an opportunity.
Why did you fumble?
Why did you fumble?
Why did you fumble?
Just not really a world I really want to get into.
Okay, so don't put him in our world.
Why you put him in our world?
I didn't put him in. He's
you
that.
did.
He's from a neighborhood that claims to be that. He told us he is from a Hoover Crip neighborhood.
No,
that's what he said.
Hey, man. And
if you wouldn't push it for yourself, why would you let him get up here and push it against?
Who am I to tell him that he's not from where he says he's from?
Okay,
but you would say you're not from gay porn though.
That's not. Hey, in my world, I'm only banging heterosexual.
Okay, I get that. So why you going? Why would you think that Crips ain't only banging heterosexual over here? Hell, you mean?
That was a learning process for me. That was how I found out that in Texas that is not okay.
Hoover, no, you don't think you owe Hoover an apology for even putting that clown up here? Because that's the.
But who am I to tell him that he can't tell us what gang he's from?
Well, I got a better question. Do you believe him now? now that the train has ended,
do I believe that he's from that neighborhood? Or
do you
originally?
believe the antics now?
That he was talking about.
You know, I did hear from people like Sean Cotton that this is a dude who, for years and years, had been doing really kind of whatever he could to go viral.
Yeah.
And that the whole gay gang member thing actually worked for him. People actually paid attention to that.
Yeah.
So in retrospect, I do look at it a little bit more suspiciously. Like, okay, now I understand. Right. This was a
so you can imagine.
And it works because we all know who he is.
As y'all say in this field, it was a play.
I believe it probably was. I believe it was like from that neighborhood.
It was a play. No, that y'all ran a play.
I mean, listen, but that's
Big Baby.
Listen,
and Crip Mac.
No,
them niggas was in on the play.
They
Crip
ran
Mac
the play fast too. He got the no jumper fast.
Crip Mac sat across from him.
What the hell? Hold on. Time out.
Crip Mac gave him a burrito.
Okay.
Right.
What the hell is that?
A burrito with a C.
Oh, that's terrible.
He handed him a burrito.
A burrito.
Which is not something that nobody ever thought that Crip Mac would sit down with a guy claiming to be a Hoover or a homosexual.
Because he liked it.
Yeah, y'all ran the play.
I think peace was obtained through
that was
perhaps.
A secret, nasty, filthy smear campaign.
I understand why it looks like that.
You see.
But you could put me, Brig Baby, Crip Mac, and Tony Woolrich all on the lie detector, and we will all pass with flying colors.
No. I don't believe that.
Is there anything I could do to make you believe it?
Well, you just explained to me how it was cool for y'all to get this guy to come up here, and he's saying that he's from Fort Worth and that he's a Hoover.
Now, we did know.
Fort Worth now.
We knew
So
we
you
were
know how I
doing
feel.
an episode with a gay Crip.
What other gay Crips y'all did it with? Where is the gay Crips in California?
I don't know.
Oh, it ain't no gay Crips in California?
There's been a lot of people exposed for zesty shit over the years.
So, motherfuckers.
But they don't really do podcasts after. They just kind of.
Yeah, they brought this weird ass shit out on Fort Worth, knowing damn well that man ain't no damn Crip at all.
You knew it was a play.
If anything,
you knew it was a play because you was hating on OG Percy, and you be hating on Texas. Period, man. You was
OG Percy's not from Hoover, is he?
You was hating
he is.
on OG.
Oh, see, okay.
That's why y'all brought him up here. Y'all was hating on Percy, man.
And then
I don't even think Percy's name came up in that episode.
No, because see, they ran a play on you then. I'm going to tell you what they did. They used you because see, before coming to your station, they was already into it with Percy behind a picture that he took with the guy.
That's a compelling narrative though. Brig Baby is conniving enough that maybe he figured this is a way that I'm going to get at the Hoovers.
I'm going to dig out. He going to dig his way right on out.
Perhaps Brig Baby pulled a little move on me there.
Now, I'm gonna tell you
the platform as a way to.
Okay, so who brought you this weirdo guy? This guy, this masquerading guy.
Because y'all posted him on y'all page.
Hey, who brought him to you?
I don't know, honestly. Like somebody hit me up. I'm sure.
All of a sudden.
Yeah.
You don't know?
I don't know how I initially got introduced to him.
So y'all,
like
y'all
4 years
ran
ago.
with the narrative.
3 years ago.
They called you, hey man, we got a gay scumbag.
A gay
scumbag.
Well, why do you get into it with all the entertainers in Texas? What's the problem with you and Texas entertainers?
Who else? Me and Percy had a little back and forth.
You ain't no Percy.
Percy clout chasing.
You bring it. No, you clout chasing Percy.
Percy clout chasing.
Yeah,
because I said that he looked like he used to be a smoker.
You clout chasing Percy. Then you brought up the gay thing. Then you hating on the homie Go Yayo.
No, Go Yayo's my friend. I was just talking to him.
Man, you hating on Go Yayo.
No, I get into it with Sauce Walka if you want to be accurate.
No,
I can call Go Yayo right now. He's cool.
Call Go Yayo.
Why you get into it with Sauce?
No, tell him call Go Yayo.
Because Sauce is a fraud, but that's okay. He making Texas look bad.
Adam, you the fraud. My homeboy ain't no fraud.
Nah, he's a weirdo.
Now listen.
Uh-oh.
I gotta find
Sauce Walka down.
No, but to be fair, I always been cool with Go Yayo or with Sauce. Sauce decided he wanted me to be his eye.
You hating on everybody, man. You hating on Sauce because he got more money than you.
Do you seriously believe that? Shake on that if you really believe that. You don't believe the words coming out of your mouth. You don't believe the words coming out of your mouth.
What you mean?
There's no way.
Why are you hating on
planet?
You hating on them because they won't do a podcast with you?
No, I only started hating on him. He wanted to be ops with me.
But Go Yayo did business with you.
But when did I ever hate on Go Yayo?
You just hated on. You got a whole thing talking about whatever you did with Sean Cotton, man.
Go Yayo did this.
Oh, man.
How are we not going to talk about that?
What you mean?
Man, come on, man. Why would you do that?
Get your ass whooped. listen. Listen.
Time out, man. Don't start on my boy. Go, Yayo.
But that's my boy, but he did that.
Hey, man, you can have some things going on between you and your woman or whatever, and he shared something with his woman about something he had going on.
And I got nothing against it, but how are we not going to talk about that?
What you mean? But you just did. You walked around his hood. You ain't talk about that. When you was in the murder.
I asked him about it.
When you was in the murder, you ain't talk about that.
But that came out after we did that interview.
Yeah, man, you be hating on me.
But that ain't it. You gonna do him like that?
Yeah, you be hating on Texas.
I'm a journalist. How are we not going to talk about that?
Not that.
Bro, he shared a picture with his girl, bro.
He shared a picture with his girl.
You can't tell me if I get Lena phone, you ain't got no...
Butthole pics? No.
You got some dildo pics in there.
No. What the fuck?
You talking about? Yeah, you got some dildo.
That's
pics
Antarctica. I'm telling you.
You got some dildo
That's
pics
what
in
they
there.
do in Antarctica.
That's why you got some
dildo pics in there. So what I'm saying is that, bro.
Never that.
He was with his girl, bro.
And I support him doing whatever kind of zesty shit he wanted to do, but we're going to talk about it on the podcast.
But he with his girl, bro. So if Lena licking your ass and y'all got pictures of that, that's y'all business, bro.
You can see that on the internet.
No, I'm saying
I can show you that right now.
So are you zesty?
Man.
No, I got my ass licked. Now,
okay, he didn't get neither, bro.
and I respect that.
So he did something with his girl, and
you know they used it, bro.
Can you seriously imagine a world in which Go Yayo went viral for showing his booty hole?
No, his girl exposing that.
But that's what I'm saying. It was viral. However, it got out.
It's like Lena showing a picture of you with a dildo, bro.
Yeah, how would you feel?
And if that came out, you don't think Rule Tune's gonna run content about it for the next couple weeks?
If it came out, you hear the
if that did come out, which would be impossible, because it's never happened.
The if part.
If that existed, you're gonna talk about it. You're gonna talk about it. You're gonna talk about it. Somebody's gonna make a whole YouTube channel about Adam 22 got pegged, and I will not hold it against any of you. Sean Cotton, Academics, Vlad, they all gonna run content about it, and I won't hold it against them because if it's in the public domain, then of course you're going to talk about it.
We not holding against you, but you use your beef with Sauce Walka to beef with Percy, to beef with Go Yayo.
Those are separate events.
But they roll into one, bro.
I was watching with Sauce Walka right now. You just got to stop frauding.
No, but he came up here to do business with you. Sauce Walka is mad because you don't know how to do business with people that know how to do business.
What are you talking about? I tried to pay him to do an interview. He didn't want to do it.
He felt like you ain't want to pay him enough, bro.
Well, that's cool.
And then you got mad.
He's overvaluing himself.
Then you got mad about him, bro.
Sometimes.
I mean, you got mad at him.
How the fuck do you call somebody on Instagram? Maybe he got a...
Why do you be hating on Texas, bro? That is our question.
I love Texas. I lived in Texas for a few months.
Okay.
What does that mean?
It's a great place. I got nothing against it.
What part of Texas you lived in?
Austin. 2009.
Okay. You fruity.
Never.
Yeah.
He come from
you fruity.
He in Austin.
No, shout out to the homies in Austin.
I love the Austin.
I bitches with other dudes and their dick is right there, and
dude.
I somehow grab that cock. I don't do it.
We don't do that.
Hey, man, we not
don't
trying to
man.
Yes.
I don't want no
Stop.
nothing no ham around me.
Stop.
Never
No
that.
sword fighting.
never done
That's what I'm saying.
No sword fighting, bro.
Don't do that.
No sword fighting. We from Texas, bro. No
I would
sword
never do that.
No sword fights, bro.
No sword
fights, bro.
We don't do sword fights.
Yeah, no sword fighting, bro.
All right, here we
Yeah.
go. Here we go.
Cut it. Hold up.
Cut him. You hear him trying to tell us the truth, and we don't want to hear it.
Yo, pick up the FaceTime. You're never gonna believe who I'm with.
Who that?
Go Yayo.
Yeah, yo, this nigga over here hating on you, Yayo.
Never. I've
CEO
never hated on him.
CEO Hockley in here. Yayo, this nigga Adam hating
What's
on
up,
you,
Go
cuz.
Yayo?
I'm over here checking this nigga, man. Yeah, he be hating on Texas, nigga. Yeah, he getting ran
what's
through.
up, Yayo,
He
baby?
getting ran through over here.
Bro, they accusing me of being zesty.
Yeah.
They're accusing me of hating on you. They saying all kinds of crazy
He's
shit.
trying to talk about them.
They acting like
dildo
Sauce
pictures.
Walka's a factor.
Let's talk about them dildo pictures Lena got it on your phone with you.
It's never happened.
Let's talk about
Never
that.
happened.
You be hating on Texas, man. You be hating on Texas, bro. Yeah, we riding down on them, Yayo. Yes, we
what you
riding
saying?
down on them.
Niggas, though, what's up, man?
What's up,
boy?
nigga? We in the building.
Yeah, yo, you know who this is, boy. What's up, my baby?
Kunta, what's up, man?
What's good, nigga?
Yeah, we running day room on Adam. Nigga, we got him boxed in. He calling you to come out the cell, cuz.
I told him, hey, if a picture leaks of Go Yayo, it don't matter if we friends, we gotta talk about it.
Now, that, nigga. That's between him and his woman. Nigga, stay
You
out
got
nigga
different
business.
standards for Texas.
Stay out nigga business. Nigga.
Texas is just like every other state. We gonna talk about it.
Stay out nigga business.
Tell that to his bitch.
Nah, you stay out nigga business, because if we going Lena phone, it's you in there with some dildos.
You dreaming. You street dreaming.
It
don't exist.
I ain't doing no dreaming.
You street dreaming. You fantasizing. It ain't out there.
You in there with some black dildos.
I got a 42-year record of heterosexuality.
Nah, that we don't.
And I don't think there's nothing gay about him showing his butthole. It is what it is.
Nigga, get out.
I think he had a hemorrhoid.
Hey, man, get out the phone
cut
with
it
this
out,
sucker,
man.
cuz.
He was saying, yo, check out the hemorrhoid.
On this sucker, man. We got him pent up.
Never.
He calling you because we smashing him, cuz.
No.
We smashing
They
him
trying to
over here,
rewrite
Yayo.
history. This is my boy right here. We was eating chicken and waffles together.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay.
Be smart, man. Hey, y'all goddamn, y'all. What I do want to see is one, Adam. Y'all cut my asshole off y'all platform, man.
Straight up. Straight up.
You gotta stop flashing it.
Adam, your homeboy brought your shit up, my nigga. Adam brought it up.
We just asked him why was he talking?
You know that sound about white, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Nah, but look, on some real shit though. Nah, Adam, you straight, my gangster. I don't give a fuck about that shit. But hey, my niggas out there from the city, y'all boys doing something good, and stay on them niggas' necks.
Absolutely.
Stay on that nigga Gumby neck.
Oh,
absolutely.
Goddamn.
Fake media.
I know, handle up. It's gangster in that murder, boy. Been gangster
100%.
for 60 years.
So you a Hoover lover?
Real gangster, real true.
You a Hoover lover?
Time out, fool.
Nah, I don't know what you talking about.
Yeah,
I'm from
time
the
out.
Land. I'm from Deuces, Trades, Foes, and Selms.
Yeah,
I'm
you better
from
know
the
it.
Land, nigga. I'm a Glen Garden nigga. I
Yeah.
fuck with all the crips
Garden
in my
block.
hood. I ain't nothing
Yeah.
but-
Yeah, he fuck with all the real.
Shout out to the ag land. Shout out to Hoover land, man.
It's a real.
Shout out to
it's a real
Pilot.
war going on.
Yeah. Shout out to the A.
It's a real war going on in Fort Worth that I'm 10 toes in. So when I see people from outside the murder speaking on this shit going on in my city, I don't like that shit.
Yeah,
So
real
y'all
talk.
stay on that shit, boy. Stay on them folks' top.
You know I am.
Shit.
On the set.
Much love, yo.
All right.
Yeah, so
there you
again,
go.
man, you can't do that to
He
your
ain't even
people.
mad at me about the booty.
Yeah, but we still gonna. But you be on here lying. See, you go right back to
He
the
ain't mad at me about the booty. Come on, my guy.
Come on, bro.
That's the media game.
It is.
That ain't the media game, bro.
Yeah.
That's the cock sucking
It
game.
happens to all of us.
No. What they call it, blood sucking game, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm
Nah,
saying
the news is the news.
You gotta let the homie redeem himself behind some of him and his woman, man. That's what like now you saying with Gumby. It's between you and your woman.
But,
it is
but
what
all
it
I'm
is,
saying,
bro.
nobody stood on business for Yayo and defended his heterosexuality more than me.
Okay.
I was out here saying, yeah, he showed his butthole. Who cares? Maybe he had a hemorrhoid. Maybe he was just showing his girl what was going on. I'm the crazy person that everybody seems to disagree with, where I actually feel like you can get in the ass with a strap on by your girl, and that don't make you gay.
Puff Daddy was doing it.
See, you see what I'm saying?
Puff Daddy was
Hey,
Throw
listen.
the cum on the nipples. He could, I'm defending Diddy.
I'm
That
saying-
ain't gay.
I'm
Just put a
saying
little
it now.
cum on the nipple.
At one point down the line, how old you are, Adam?
42.
You 42.
Yeah.
I'm 47.
Uh-huh.
How old is Diddy?
Diddy out there.
50 something?
He's 50, yes.
57, yeah.
Diddy out
It's
there.
gonna be a Surviving No Jumper
all the way out
episode
there,
come
man.
out at some
Yeah.
point.
Nah.
At some point,
Not
the
on some gay
walls
shit.
gonna crack.
Not
The
on some
walls
gay
gonna
shit.
crack. No, on some Diddy shit.
Maybe Tony Wilrich.
On some Diddy shit. It's gonna be on some
Oh.
Diddy shit.
What you say? Maybe Tony.
But no, real
Well, you
talk.
exposed that I had him on the podcast on purpose.
What do
So what did
you
you do with
got?
him?
Nothing.
Nothing. He's saying nothing. He's saying, but I'm
You say
asking.
maybe Tony Rivers. I'm lost. Why did you say that?
Me and him had a little roll in the hay.
What you
No, I'm
mean?
just kidding.
Yeah. You know,
Okay. Okay, you know. Hey.
with his phone, you see we had to shot him down. You see we had to shot him down.
Okay. You rolling in the hay. Shit. I ain't rolling in that hay,
But
my
you got to cut out the hating on Texas, bro.
No, I don't hate on Texas at all.
Sauce
Love
Walka big
Texas.
time, bro.
Yeah.
How am I hating on Texas when I was just out there with Cartel Bo, Maxo Cream, Go Yayo,
was
CEO Gucci.
You was hustling.
doing all kinds. CJ Casino. We're doing all kinds of content out
But then
there.
you come back out here.
I'm hanging out with FDA.
But you come back out here and hate on Sauce, bro.
No, but Sauce wants to beef with me, so all I can do is expose him.
So what you mean expose me
How
for
can you
what?
expose him?
No,
He
let me
fake
have
rich,
this.
you
Hey,
know,
man,
whatever.
Let me have this.
Hey, and I'll squash it with Sauce right now. He decided that he don't want to be ops with me.
No, but listen. Now let's talk about it. We're
Yeah.
talking about a kid, right?
Who?
Sauce Walka.
He's a kid?
No, he's not a kid now. We talking about his background.
Okay.
A black kid, you deal with all these different rappers, and very few people really make it. We're talking about somebody that's been able to be in and outside the industry, right? And make millions of dollars off their content.
Allegedly.
And you, allegedly,
Yeah.
well, however you want to put it, somebody that's not in poverty no more,
Well,
right? And able to give other people opportunities.
have
right?
they?
Peso.
Yeah.
Galveston, the hardest essay out.
But he's still hanging out with Sauce?
There you go.
I ain't seen
Starting
them
your
together
shit
in a
again.
minute.
But anyway.
What happened to Sosa Man?
But hey, anyway.
What happened to all them Sauce
but what I'm
Factory
saying
dudes?
is, why are you hating on
them
successful
all.
black people, man?
How's he successful when he's streaming on Twitch all day with 200 viewers?
What you mean? He can afford to do it. He can afford to do it.
Listen,
Some
most people
can afford to
stream
do it.
full time because they're making money from it.
Listen, he obviously making money from somewhere else. It's called diversifying his
He's making
streaming
50
revenue.
bucks a day.
He's diversifying his streaming revenue.
For now?
Yeah, he's diversifying his streaming revenue. That's what I mean by hating. You a businessman. At some point, you started this, and you was interviewing the people off Skid Row. Now you interviewing millionaires like myself. So you get there to some point.
Are you trying to draw attention to the fact that when we go live, we'll have 6, 7, 8,000 people watching, and then when Sauce Walka goes live, he has 200 people watching?
Right. But 5 years ago, how many you had live? At some point, you didn't have that number.
No, it was like about the same 5 years
took
ago.
work.
Yeah.
All right, then.
It took work,
So I'm
though.
saying,
No,
recognize it.
like 5, 6, 7, 8,000, yeah.
When you started 5 years ago?
I started 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
11 years
and you
ago.
had 5,000 people watching back then.
No.
All right, then.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, recognize it when you see it.
So
man.
you're saying I'm the big dog and he a little guy?
No,
Okay, because I agree.
What I'm
You're
saying is you a hater.
right. Yeah.
You a hater.
But he started it.
You know why he's streaming.
I showed him love for years. He decided he wanted to be ops with me.
Okay. So
You got it. You got it,
how
Sauce.
much money did he wanted you to pay him that made you mad?
He never even had that
Because you say he
conversation.
did the interview with Sharp and not you, and that's where the fallout came.
I said I wanted to drink some lean with him because that wasn't good enough for him.
But let me ask
He took that as racist. He's a race baiter.
Race baiter?
Yeah.
He got white women.
What's wrong with drinking lean
He
together?
got white women. How you a race baiter?
Yeah, he's pimping out white women. Cool. You're a sex trafficker.
He got kids by him.
Yeah.
He got kids, he got children.
And
that he
isn't the
brings,
number
and
one
he's
rule of
father.
being a pimp, you're not supposed to make your hoe
No,
your
he ain't no pimp.
baby mama?
Yeah, his P don't stand for pimp, it stands for player.
You ever listen to his music? All he talks about is being
No,
a
he
pimp.
not.
You're a fake ass pimp.
I
Come
listen
on
to
now,
listen, it's no pimping there.
I agree.
Zero.
Boom, I agree.
Zero.
Thank you. He's
Yeah,
not a
no
peep.
pimping
Boom,
there.
I agree.
Yeah, this is player.
I'm the big
man.
dog. He's a little guy. Boom, I agree.
Big dog.
And he's not a pimp.
You ain't
I
showing
agree.
$22 million.
Yeah, well, when you really got it,
sold $22 million.
when you really got it, you don't got to be out here with the funny phone.
Yeah, but that's
You
part
heard
of his
what Jay
entertainment.
said.
That's part of his entertainment.
Yeah.
That's part of it. But you
It ain't entertaining nobody.
do right with
He got
Sauce
200
now, man.
viewers.
Listen, you need to have a whole TSF up here at no jumper.
Who's left?
For a week. Everybody's still there.
Is there?
Wood, all of them still left.
Shit.
Yeah.
I think they disgruntled.
You might be defending
they're about to
Sean
form a
Cotton.
union.
You might be defending
Oh,
Sean
man.
Cotton
What?
because he took that loss. It's something here.
No, that's the other guy I know is the one who beat up Sauce, Sean Cotton, yeah.
Yeah, y'all might, but yeah, you got to
What
get
happened to
off
Rizzo,
Texas,
Rizzo?
bro. You got to get. What
Me
he's in shape.
and Rizzo were like
Hey,
this.
did you see Rizzo? Rizzo, he in shape. He's healthy.
Good. Yeah, he had to get away from this lean dealer, Sauce Walka.
Sauce Walka don't even do lean, bro. Sauce Walka healthy too, bro.
Enough
See
with
him
all the
pouring up in the clip
incrimination,
on
man.
Twitch.
No, no.
Bro, you got to get off the internet.
You
man.
lying about everything.
You got to
with
get
him.
off the internet, bro.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, quit hating
What's
on
Sauce
Texas.
paying you to make up all this shit about him?
What I'm saying is, when are you going to reach out to Texas and make somebody in Texas bigger instead of hating on them?
I just went there and did vlogs all over the whole state.
Yeah, you was hustling. Nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that.
Yeah, yeah.
Salute you for that.
Blowing
I think
up.
That was dope.
Smaller artists like CEO Gucci that I
Shout out
felt
to
needed
CEO
attention.
Gucci. Shout out to
How come
CEO
nobody
Gucci.
else out in Texas is doing that? Because
We do
they
that.
are a
Hot
bunch of
Thoughts
vultures who are
TV.
just trying to make money.
Hot Thoughts TV do that. That's
Yeah.
how you knew a Gucci.
And I support them.
And you do. I'm saying, I'm saluting you for that. But I'm saying, quit hating on the biggest artists we got out there, bro. You
That's
gotta
the
quit
biggest
hating on
artist. Y'all got big extra plug and you're calling Sauce
No, I
Walka
said
the
quit
biggest
hating
artist?
on the biggest artists. I put an S on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, quit hating on the biggest artists.
You gotta start
Pluralize
claiming your
Texas.
actual
Be
artists. Look, Meg Thee
pluralized.
Stallion,
Right.
Travis Scott.
Yeah, you ran her down there too, but we ain't gonna get on that. But I'm
What?
just saying in general, man.
I know. I feel like, Sauce Walka got to keep it real. He's in denial
Okay, denial of what? That you
that he fell off.
I think y'all
Fell
both
off
in
from
the
what?
now.
Entertainment, rap, music, social media.
Okay, so to fall off, you have to been up here and came down here, right? You have to go. It's a reversal move.
Also, you got to
I think
understand.
he's still going up that way.
You got to no. That's a clear lie. Also, you got to understand. I'm an OVO agent, so
Uh-oh.
I'm rolling with the boy no matter what.
That's why. Speak the truth, then.
Yeah.
He marked the boy out, so
No.
I get it. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I get it.
Sauce Walka been
Yeah, I
marking
get it.
himself out for years.
Nah, you see what I'm saying?
He's pretending to something he ain't.
Okay, so why?
Well, I mean, pretending to
You
be
want to know
what?
why you don't hear
No,
Sauce
I'm
Walka
saying-
talk about me anymore?
Pretending to be
Because he knows
what?
the more attention I draw to the fact that he's a fraud, the more that people are going to keep looking
Well,
into it and
time out.
realizing
I'm
that it's
saying
right.
you're a fraud.
And I know
Pretending
it's
to be what?
hard for, as Texans, I know it's hard to accept the fact that he's a charlatan, but it's a fact.
Oh, we watched him come up.
Yeah.
You out here in Burbank.
He had a little.
We what I'm saying is this. What is he pretending about? I'm confused.
To be rich, to be lit, to be popular as a rapper.
Well, if that's the case, everybody pretending. You
Not like
included.
that.
You included.
I don't buy views. You think he really got 1 million views on his music videos? Come on.
I don't know.
You're a grown man. You really think that?
You know better than me.
You really think that?
Yeah, I think he's that popular. Have you been to his neighborhood?
Probably. I don't know.
Probably not.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I mean, have you ever saw his
You think there's
fan
1 million
base?
people in his neighborhood?
Have you ever saw his fan base? Have you ever saw
Okay.
his community?
What's the
that he done
solution
built?
though between you and
It's
Sauce?
no
and Sauce
solution.
Walka?
He thinks somebody gonna bow down to him.
He wanted beef with me.
You hear him, man?
He got it. He's the one who sparked all this off.
So-
I showed him love for years and years. You don't know that I hung out with him back in the day.
Okay.
I've been around him.
Right, so you really know him.
But he decided he wanted to smoke with me, so I'm a poke holes in his facade.
Oh man,
It is what it is.
Would you call that militia then?
Malicious?
Malicious.
Yeah, I'm all that and more.
Right. So, but because it's
I don't
a sore
understand.
thumb now.
Because if he wants beef with me, don't throw rocks if you live in a glass house, all right?
Right.
So if you don't want me drawing attention to the fact that he's living a lie, then why'd you want to beef with me in the first place?
Right.
I don't know why.
Because he's exposing your lie.
What?
You a charlatan. Same thing you calling him. I mean, that's just all he doing.
What's my lie, though? I'm really what I say I am.
What, an antichrist?
Sure, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm an atheist, and I say I'm an
But
atheist.
what I'm saying is this: you come from way different backgrounds. You have an opportunity that a kid like Sauce Walka would never had coming up.
I'm from pretty humble beginnings in New Hampshire.
I'm not saying poor. I'm saying opportunities, though.
He's from like one of the biggest musical cities in the country.
Right, and he's also from
I wish I had that privilege.
and he also made something out of it. But I get
For a
why
little
you
while
gotta-
there.
Yeah, he's still there though, because you got to fall off. You have to go down.
Yeah, he's
All
going-
I see is more investments and more growth.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I get. But I get you not on his side.
yeah.
You from New Hampshire. You ain't on nobody's side.
NH.
Yeah.
You know with the gang bang. You know with the dry gang bang.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? This nigga done threw up another set.
Yeah, he
and
from
said
Cali. He
NH,
from Cali, yeah.
boy.
It stands for New Hampshire when I do it.
Whatever.
Oh,
Yeah,
so you
whatever.
hit- So you
But
hit
got,
New Hampshire.
you got to be in New Hampshire to do it though.
No, I'll just take my set worldwide.
Okay.
My state is on my back.
Okay.
The Granite State. You ever seen Granite?
I heard.
That's a hard rock.
I never been to New Hampshire. Well, in fact, where is it?
It's right outside Boston.
It's called the Granite State.
Basically, like the most northeastern
I
part
thought
of the
Boston
country.
was a city.
Boston is a city in Massachusetts. I grew up 5 minutes from the Massachusetts border.
Okay, so New Hampshire is a state or a city?
State. I'm
Okay.
from Nashua, New Hampshire, for the record.
Who?
Nashua.
Nashua.
It's the biggest city in New Hampshire.
Right. I
Top
get that.
cop over here. Man,
We got one.
Check him out.
we dealing with
I forgot to talk about
with
this.
Agent Smith. In his motherfuckers.
Never that. Never told. Yo, this is the one thing we got to talk about. It's so funny, and people don't know about this, is that when I was actually in Texas, me, you, and 607 Unc, we go to take a photo.
Right.
And 607 Unc blew my mind. And keep in mind, this is like a couple days after that 4 Extra podcast that ended up being so fateful. We go to get in the picture, and 607 Unc goes, "Hey, get this crackhead in the photo right here." He grabs you and says that, and you immediately are not feeling it at all. It got intense for a second there.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I was taken aback.
607 Unc call you a crackhead?
Man, this fool said the most blandest dickweed ass shit you could ever say, homie. I'm in front of Adam. This is my first time meeting him. He want to introduce me. This is his joke, though. This is how he play games. See, 607 Unc play real foul games.
Right.
It
So
was just like the podcast, honestly.
Yeah,
That's the kind of thing you would do on the
exactly.
podcast. They did
So
it in real life. Yeah.
my people say, Kunta, get in the picture with Adam 22. You know, go ahead and get in that picture
Right.
because Bishop Eli was in the picture. Right? Am I wrong?
Right.
Me, Bishop Eli, and his wife, and I think this brother. And then Unc came and got in the picture. Unc said, "Oh man, what y'all got the crackhead in the picture?" I say, look here, if you ever say that again, man, I'm gonna slap you right here in front of everybody, bro.
I thought I was really about to see a fight. It was crazy.
I was about to slap the brakes off 607 up. Cause see, that's the type of dumb shit he'll do, bro. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Remember, this is the whole Jack and the Beanstalk, cause he's one of those same dudes that want to climb up the beanstalk
and don't let nobody else
climb up.
So what happened from your experience? He was from the smack on him?
I actually thought for a second that I was about to see Unc get smacked. I was
slap him on my mama. All he had to do was say one more thing, and he would have got slapped down on G-O-D. I promise you that. Because when he said that, I knew he was attempting to assassinate my character.
So that's why he probably set you up with Gumby and stuff, man.
Yeah, because I told him I was going to slap him.
Kind of cracking the code over your agency.
Yeah.
You got a motive.
Yeah,
he kind of cracking the code over here,
I did tell him in front of everybody that I was going to slap him down, hear me? Right after that, came the Gumby thing.
Came the Gumby stuff.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Nah, so you kind of helping out there, New Hampshire.
He jumped off the deep end.
Yeah.
It was damn near got slapped in the next weekend. You hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, I went right inside and told Rainwater because I thought I was about to see somebody get shot the up in this parking lot.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because it got to that point.
I was like, Rainwater,
real
protect me.
What's your scariest moment being a no jumpers media personality? When you was honestly like shook. And it's for the real tuners out there. You may be able to help them out.
A couple times doing the vlogs, there's been situations where somebody maybe said something to me and then somebody else had to tell them like, nah, you ain't with him. But it's not like it got real crazy. It was just kind of like one person said one thing and then somebody else told them that they weren't going to do anything to me.
In. So that's about as deep as it got for you. So you ain't, because I see these other white bloggers and they done been shot at. People in their crew done been shot. Like, so I'm saying it never, nothing
drastic ever happened.
I mean, the rapper Ruga from Chicago got so mad at me during a podcast that the security kind of like, they didn't drag him out, but they walked him out.
Yeah. Right. He had to be escorted.
That got a little weird for a moment, but yeah.
but that's about as deep as it go?
Yeah. I was doing a podcast with this guy, Stu Boy Blue, who is like actually out of his mind. And I asked him about Nipsey Hussle losing his life, and he started screaming in my face and then almost immediately started crying.
I think when you talking about when he said don't speak on Nipsey Hussle, I think I seen
So
that.
You knew right then you wasn't qualified.
There was a moment there where I was like, oh, he's about to hit me and I'm going to have to fight this dude.
Right.
And that was a little stressful, but then it was like over as soon as it started, which was crazy. Then he's crying and I'm just sitting there like, oh, okay.
That was strange. He took you there for a minute.
Yeah, that was wild. You know, I've seen a couple people get shot at a party one time. That was covering one time.
But it had really nothing to do with it.
I was just standing there. I hid behind a t-shirt rack. Right. And then some guy tweeted out that I jumped on top of his sister to protect her. Right. I was like, nah, I was just jumping. I was just trying to protect myself.
But goddamn, you don't think at some point you might run out of luck? I know you don't believe in luck.
Yeah. Dance with the devil and don't get burnt.
No, but if there's no God, there's no devil.
Yeah, well, it's a metaphorical devil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. I could say dance in the water and don't get wet.
I got you. So you don't believe in both. So I'm with you.
I mean, even all the years that I spent riding BMX for like 20 years before I started really doing hip hop content, we were outside every single day. I seen people get shot and killed when I was riding BMX more than when I've been doing hip hop content.
Right, I'm with you.
I seen a Mexican waiter get blammed in the head when I was just riding down the street.
Right.
Well, actually, we were in a van driving to the next spot. But I'm just saying, I you know.
Right, you've been around violence.
I do feel like I have a above average risk tolerance.
I got you.
I'm not really worried about shit most of the time.
I'm just asking because of the 607 thing.
Yeah, that was a great moment though. That was a hell of a way to meet you.
Yeah.
I'm telling Rainwater, I'm like, bro, this dude seems pretty serious, and Unc is calling them a crackhead, and they look like they was about to fight. What the f?
Slap the brakes off that boy, man. Playing them dirty games. Man. The hell wrong with you, boy? What you did? You slapped yourself upside the head? Crazy, man. Yeah. But then, you know, I respected you then because first thing you said, man, you apologized on his behalf. You didn't even know me, Adam.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it.
Also, you be diffusing shit too.
Yeah, he did.
Well, I just told him, like, hey, I don't know anything about that. Like,
hey, man.
But then
I didn't want to think that I was helping to set this
turn
all
around and
up.
do the same thing to the homie Percy, man. Oh, man. You see
so why are you in Percy beef?
Okay, well, let me go on and clean this up. Percy, man, we just do it for content purposes, man. We ain't beefing.
Oh, okay.
It's just content purposes. I ain't got no beef with that dude. He from my hometown, man.
Okay.
behind the scenes, we know each other. Like, I don't know him like that, but we know each other enough to keep it on the internet. It ain't no beef like that in real life. He just, an internet guy. He finds a pleasure in talking about me.
He needs something to talk about. He on Real Tune every other week.
Yeah, I mean, I wish he had enough sense to leave Real Tune.
Oh,
because Real Tunes is really just pimping the homie out.
You think?
I know. I mean, come on, man. Person should be. Where the hell you think? Man, look at all this stuff he done on Real Tunes. On that channel. He should be a lot further.
Maybe they got a good beneficial partnership.
Nah, man. When
think?
you play with people's intelligence, man. That's called manipulation. And I think Real Tunes has a real slick way of playing with people's intelligence. Like telling you that the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. The yellow brick road is a dead end.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how he got Percy. Percy going down a road that really don't exist and definitely has a dead end.
Interesting. Who else is on Real Tune that you think like who are his main characters? When I was looking at it before though,
he's his main character.
Yeah.
Okay. He's Puff Daddy. You don't see him out on the screen now.
He's a PE teacher, man.
Yeah,
that's really it. He's
the Richard Simmons thing was funny. That was funny.
Version,
the Richard Simmons.
I got nothing against the Real Tune dude. Like, I mean, I feel like I kind of heard him have a little bit of salt in his voice talking about me before.
I think y'all got beef or something because
I don't really have beef with him. I have heard him say things about me where I was like, oh, okay, you don't like me, interesting. But I mean, I don't really beef with up and coming content creators like that.
Yes, you do.
No, I try not to.
You beef with a lot of them.
Nah, I try to uplift them.
Negative.
Facts.
Incorrect.
Why am I out here doing content with Pico and FDA then?
No, some. You said them. You say put some on it.
Yeah, I mean.
Some you tear down and some you lift up.
I can do a little bit of both.
Right, that's all I'm saying. You said them like you was grouping them all together.
I like FDA though. So I had to go sit down with him.
Nah, you be hating though. Yeah, you like FDA, but you be hating, man.
Who else though?
Yeah, it's a bunch of them you hate on.
I was out here showing love. All right, so what else do we need to know? What do you guys got coming up?
Yeah. Are you coming to South by Southwest?
They still do that shit?
See, now they go again being disrespectful.
I'm just saying.
You just said you were from Austin.
Because my boy Remo went last year and he said that was the last year.
You just said you from Austin.
I'm not gonna lie, that shit dead as
we doing South by Southwest this year. High Thoughts TV. March what? What's the date?
14th.
March 14th. What's the place?
It's Reset.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Reset Sports Bar.
I worked 14th. Security at some bars in Austin in 2009 during South by Southwest. That's how from the soil I am. I was a security guard. I was checking IDs.
You live there.
Yeah.
Why did they have you security? You can't fight at them.
No.
Like, what the
luckily, I didn't have to. But my boy Byron Anderson, who lived out there, he's a former pro BMX rider. He was like, yo, we need help with security. You down to do it? And I think partway through that day, I really realized
that it wasn't
that I was not meant to work for $10 an hour.
Bro.
Yeah.
You got the hype, but
yeah.
What I saw in that ring, you have no way.
No, that was bad.
You can't help nobody, bro. You can't save not one
I'm not a
person.
Yeah.
You can't. I'm saying you're not a security guard.
Yeah, I'm a shooter. Or a potential future shooter. But that was a good time though. Got to see a lot of good bands while I was like working.
Right. So how old was you?
2009 was 17 years ago, so I was like
30s,
25.
25, 30, yeah, okay. So you got a little history, man. Yeah. Did your family live out there or did you live out there?
No, we were just out there. Austin's a famous BMX city.
So you was out there in the BMX culture.
They got crazy BMX stuff going on out there. All right, we're about to wrap this up. Shout out to OG Kunta, who has just walked over there to probably go. But we wrapping up.
Wrapping up. Come on.
We're wrapping up. Give me an outro, brother.
Yeah.
Okay, bet, man. Because
right.
I done sit here and held my. I done held myself, man. I got to go piss, man.
Yeah, I feel that. I got to piss too. But shout out to you guys for coming through here. I appreciate it. It was a nice, lively conversation.
Man,
shout out to Texas, man, before we get out of here.
Shout out to Texas. Shout out to the Astros. Shout out to all the Hoovers out there. It's very convenient that you guys get to rock the Astros logo. Yeah. It's a little confusing for people out here.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, because you got a lot of dudes from here that embrace that sign.
For sure, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's a cultural exchange, man. You got, who was all over the world, pretty much. The Astros is they sign, that star.
Free Gumby.
Okay.
I'm gonna just make my allegiances clear. Free my boy Gumby.
Nah,
How you gonna get him out?
Get out.
I just reached out to Gorilla Hebrew for his number, so we're gonna figure out something.
Okay, that's what's up.
I need an update.
Look out, Gumby. Again, you owe me one. Yeah, you owe me one.
Yeah, we got Adam reaching out.
Yeah.
Yep.
We got Adam reaching out for you, homie. So don't keep thinking that everybody that say just because I'm not Hoover like you think you Hoover, homie, that a nigga ain't that a nigga on that dumb shit. We ain't on that dumb shit, homie. You don't need to be in there. What you really need to do is get out and bring your ass back down here so we can get that fade in. We get that good old friendly fight. And then everybody can drink coffee and beers and shit after that. You know what I'm saying? Kumba, yeah.
What about some Texas tea?
Or some Texas tea. You know, straight up. We could do that after that.
All right.
'Cause I'm the type of guy, man. If you whoop my ass, man, I'm not gonna be mad at you. I'm gonna shake your hand like a man. And if we have to fight again, you won't do it again.
Oof. All right. Appreciate you guys coming through.
No problem, man.
Much love, much respect.
Man,
Texas in the building, man.
Shout out to all the grooves all over the globe.
Right,
Shout out
man.
to all the grooves,
And then
man.
let 'em know
Shout out to
day room
Drewski.
time.
Yeah, it's day room time. Shout out to Drewski.
Shout out
out to
Drewski,
Quarter.
man.
You know, my little people behind me, man. Y'all look me up, man. OG Kunta cuz on 52nd, OG Kunta 52nd Visual Meanings. That's my own channel. I set my own channel. Unique Perspective too. I'm on there too. Check us out. And that's who I really want to introduce you
That's
to.
your channel?
Yes. You remember Drew?
Unique perspective.
You
and
remember
Drew,
Drewski. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a real good
Day room time.
editor.
editor, man.
Hey,
He's a-
tell them about the day room, man.
Yeah, man. We on the day room. The day room is
Yeah.
open, man. It's
CEO
all the way to
Hockley.
CEO Hockley, nigga.
Texas Day Room on YouTube. That's where we at, man.
Look us up, man. You know what we doing in that day room.
You ever been to the day
Some
room
punch.
before?
Never.
Never. So your 24 hours, they only kept you in a holding tank.
Yes. Men's central booking in Lower Manhattan.
So your
yeah.
shit didn't go nowhere.
So yeah, we gonna
Worst 24 hours of my life.
Yeah.
Really convinced me I didn't want to be a criminal.
yeah, we gonna bring you to the day room. Yeah,
We're
don't
gonna
worry
bring
about
you
it.
to the day room.
Texas Day Room, man. Yeah,
We
you
gotta
gotta
get loud in the day room.
Man.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
get lined out.
Oh yeah, you guys know OG Red Dog? I was watching this guy the other
Yeah.
day. Oh, so Unique Perspective Podcast. That's where I was watching
Right,
the other day.
right.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
right.
what you was watching them. You need
Yeah.
to respect that Drewski, man.
That's Drewski.
Drewski. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. We tapped
Shout
in.
out to
All right,
Drewski,
that's
man.
Oh,
it.
there's
man.
you guys.
Yeah,
OG,
Me.
Kunta, and Bella crash out mid-interview.
Yeah.
It's a
You gotta
fire's
watch
co-host.
yeah.
Yeah, it's going down. You gotta watch me, man. You know, I'm gonna show my show.
All right, let's go. Appreciate you guys. No Jumper,
Yeah.
coolest podcast in the world. Like, comment, and subscribe. We will be reading the comments. And shout out to all the members.
Shout out to all the members, man.